Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the England representative. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, you know what it is, man. Shuttleworth, the God, aka the GOAT artist. We live and direct Thursday night. Let's get it. Boxing talk. The world's still a op. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And then this is a special occasion, because we got a special guest in the house. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Denzel Bentley, aka as the ring gang know me as the Boogeyman Slayer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Boogeyman Slayer in the house, Mr. Denzel Bentley, man. We appreciate you having, for you blessing us, coming on our platform once again, man. Yeah, for those who don't know, Denzel, we hit him up. I think Conscious Pilot hit him up, to set it up. And, once, and this was after his fight with Janabek, which he gave Janabek all types of hell. We'll get more into that in a little bit. And we were all impressed too, because it was like, because the way that Janabek was getting hyped up, and then we come in here and totally shattered that whole boogeyman myth and everything like that. It took him to
No more boogeyman talk after that.
Nah, no more boogeyman talk. It was just like, okay, who's the next person and all that other stuff. But
it's funny because he got his attention again on Twitter with something we posted, and he actually had to respond to Janet. Janabek actually had to respond to Denzel, and he was on some like, yeah, you had your shot already, like, get back in line. And he's like, okay, yeah, but yeah, we back now. We back.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to find that tweet and quote tweet. I swear to
Yeah. You remember it. There was something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but
Yeah, I remember still.
Yeah, no, it's big. Like I said, middleweight, basically like the unified middleweight champion. He is running. There's no word for that other than he's avoiding that smoke.
Hardest fight to date. And you actually built it back up. So I don't, if he's saying nobody wants to fight him, this already has a built-in storyline.
Yep.
Has momentum. You've been active, great performances, been impressive. Actually, been more impressive than he has been. Actually,
yeah, I've been more active than him as well, and I'm number one with the WBO now. So they ain't just trying to going down the rankings trying to find someone to pick on. I've earned my way back to this rematch. So
and you're also a practitioner of I've heard you partake in uppercut season as well. So that's great. Always love sport needs more uppercuts.
Facts.
Yeah.
So Denzel, man, how do you feel about your place in the middleweight division? And do you believe you're one of the sport's emerging stars? And do you think middleweight division has gotten better since the last time that we spoke?
Yeah, I think there's more intriguing fights. Since last time we spoke, there's more fights that people want to see in the middleweight division. It's getting more interesting. It's moving. Maybe not with the champions, but with the contenders. There's a lot of fights, especially here in the UK. To be honest, obviously you got Eubank Jr. and you got Hamza Shiraz, who are all in conversation as well for some big fights. If Hamza can beat Carlos Adamas, I think that's a tough ask for Adamas as well, but it's not impossible. Adamas is a good fighter. Then it brings more conversation to the middleweight division and who's next. I mean, in terms of me being an emerging star, I don't know, man. I don't know if I call myself a star. I'm just someone that just likes to go to work, bro. I just like to get to work. I've never really been tipped off or been put to be the next big thing, and I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna keep proving my worth in this game. Still, whatever happens.
No. To me, like I said, you gave the top middleweight all types of problems. So, like to downplay yourself is you not being one of the best, not being emerging stars, man. You can't don't do that because you clearly are. Like, because
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because
we follow you on social media, bro. Like
I know.
We see your interactions. We see the engagement. We see, especially on IG, like people show love. Like I've seen, like you kind of like you've grown, being active and everything. Like that helped. Like I see it. Like you're like I know like certain fights you would be like, even if they had you as the B side, you're bringing fans. You're bringing something to the table. So
I think even with Janabek, it sounded like it was even in the crowd. Like when I came to Vegas. Yeah. So no, you're right. But
so imagine now, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely like like I honestly, I know it's been a busy year. Like you've had the year of like we could have like I've kind of forgotten to even like make highlights for you because you've actually like the last fight. I felt you did a great job of like mixing in the boxing and the range, the footwork, using the ring, but you also knew when to punch and let the combinations go and push your opponent back. And so I thought it was a good performance. And in the other fights, you was like targeting the body, killing the body, and just going off. So it's like you showed like diversity in like your skill set. Like you really like you've been on like a journey. Like you use the jab, the uppercut, right hand, hooks, mid range. Like you back now, bro. Like let's get it, man. I'm proud of you.
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
So I mean, obviously, we mentioned the impressive run that you've been on. So what would you think? I mean, since the Shadowback fight, what do you think was your best performance since then? What was the fight that showed like the complete Denzel Bentley? Outside of the loss, of course, not the loss.
Which was close. Like, I mean,
it was close, but I shouldn't have lost that guy like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But whatever shit happens, and you go through things outside and whatever. But I don't know, man. I've had a few good performances. Probably the last one. I got to show more of myself off. Because since Janibek, the fight after that, I knocked out the guy in 30 seconds.
Yeah, Kieran
Smith, yeah.
Yeah, Kieran, yeah.
Then I had the little setback, and then the next two were both in the next two were both in the second round, and this is like, and this
Danny Dignum, because I mean that one was a winner on my parlay. So can I say, I think the odd was in 3 rounds or less or some shit like that. And
yeah. Oh, I probably hit on that too. Like we put it on. I think it's on TikTok as well.
Everybody eats, my guy. Everyone eats, man.
Because I ain't gonna lie, the loss that was like I gotta shout you out for this because I remember that you retweeted it because I was like, yo, we gonna get uppercut season on my birthday, but then it was like it was the setback on that day, so I was like, so when I seen you had another late fight, I'm like, okay, good, he won the decision now, he back, like you said, you showcase everything though. But that was a good entertaining scrap, the last fight.
It was.
Yeah, no, a lot of people enjoyed it, but I'm happy I can show that I can go the distance and get a victory as well. Like, it's not just knockouts and stuff. So like you said, a bit of diversity that just showed different parts of my game. It's mad because not everyone's kind of, after that fight I was going crazy about my jab, but I always use my jab. It's just because my last 2 fights went in 2 rounds, you don't get to see a lot of my jab.
Yeah, and then you jab like Quartet, you knocked him down with the jab too. Like
He said he fractured his eye socket, but
hey, that's what that's that Ghana jab. Every Quartet, that's what it is, man. The bazooka jab, boom. That's all you do.
I mean, I know you said the uppercut was your favorite punch last time, but is it still that, or are you leaning to the jab? Because you done showcased both of them since the last time we spoke.
No, the uppercut's putting guys to sleep, man. I love that shot.
That's what I like to hear.
When I find the uppercut, it's dangerous, bro. But when I'm comfortable, the jab it's just so effortless, man. It's crazy. Like even when he was trying to press me, I just found myself back on my jab, and it's like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna do nothing but jab. Let's just keep it simple, innit?
Yeah, of course, man. There's nothing. Yeah. You have to go back to the basics: the jab and the jab, right hand, uppercut. Like you gotta keep it real basic. You're like, don't get it too fancy. Like the basics sometimes will work more than anything else in the sport, especially in boxing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a look at some of our comments in the chat. Salute Pilot and P. I know they would have been on today, but they
I think it was okay.
But they're gonna, they're gonna hold us down in the chat. Chris Brad, Janibek has been taking the easy route since he needs that get back. And salute, Mr. Bentley, you're a dog. And then Discord boxing chat, greetings from the UK. Let's get it, Denzel and Ring Gang. And then Lord Frieza, shout out to Shuttleworth, real OG. Is Denzel a friend of yours, Shuttleworth? I mean, he's a friend of Ring Gang, of course.
Friend of Ring Gang.
Yeah, and
he's somebody you need to look out for in the middleweight division. especially in 2025. But if you Google his name on YouTube, whatever, he's got all types of performances this year. Like he was real active. 3 fights, right?
Yeah, 3 fights. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you just did 3, because it seems like 4 is like the unlucky number.
Yeah.
And dudes have a good, like, I think Daenerys is the last person I seen like with 4 fights in 1 year. He just beat the hell out of everybody.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
Yeah, that 4 year, like that 4 fight.
I get you. You might be pushing that last one. Yeah. I'm good with 3.
It's just bad luck or something.
Championship fights, 3 fights a year. Is enough.
Yeah,
When they're boxing 12 rounders.
Yeah, I mean, although we would like boxers to do 4 years. I mean, obviously, when you're first starting out, then 4 fights a year, or maybe do more. That's what you're supposed to do. But I guess when you get to a certain level, sometimes
when you top 10,
top 10, top 10,
I think 3 is acceptable for top 10, and that's including.
Oh yeah, 100%, yeah.
You timed it right, like you. I think spring, summer, or late summer, then fall. I mean,
winter.
Then I'm sorry, winter.
Yeah. No, literally, no, perfect. If I could do the same again next year, I'm happy, man. But it's always nice to get one before Christmas. When you get one in before Christmas, you can chill, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right. Yeah, because I know once, because I mentioned before, because the best example of the 4 fights a year where it fails, is your countryman Isaac Dogbe. He had that 1 year where dude was just, he won an interim belt, he won the actual belt, he blew away like a Japanese fighter in like 1 round, and then he fought Emmanuel Navarrete, who unfortunately gave him fairly hard beating, in a war.
Dog, man. That guy's a beast, Navarrete. So he just done some Ortiz the other day.
Yeah, no, that's why.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I said Ortiz, Valdez. Sorry, Valdez.
He beat the hell out of Valdez. Yeah,
fucking hell.
So we got. I know Subconscious probably says the ending of your last fight had a lit ass atmosphere. Yeah, of course. And then the knockdown late definitely sealed it. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah. Like the UK has one thing. Like the UK. You guys show out for your fighters. Doesn't matter if they're like, just they're like world class or just local ones that that pay go 4 rounds. You guys show out for them. Like the atmosphere is your atmosphere is like second to none.
The good thing about British boxing fans, if they get behind you, they support you, man. They support you. They really come out for you. They really shout out for you still. So it's good to be in an environment like that. But yeah, if you're not supported, then obviously it's a bit different. But if they support you, I always like to be in good fights. You know what I'm saying? So I think people can appreciate that, whether it's a win, loss, or a draw. So it's like since I first stepped up for like my first 10 round or 12 round fight, I've only been in 10 or 12 round fights since then. I ain't taken loss and come back in like an 8 round or keep busy. I've always fought tough opponents to maybe not to you guys in America, but to Brits. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a name for me to come back to every time I box. So I guess that's why, I don't do too bad with like tickets and, good atmospheres and stuff. And I got a big family too, so they all show out.
Your opponents have winning records. Like I know in the statistical age, if no one, I'm speaking to the Yanks, Americans, our side.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know the names that he's fought, then do your Googles, and when you see like, okay, he's actually fighting guys with winning records, and they're maybe 1 loss or undefeated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My last 4 or 5 fights, I've had 1 loss. I've been undefeated. I think maybe my last 6 fights. So not too bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. This day and age.
Absolutely. But I mean, obviously, with all these fights, man, you've definitely worked your way back to another title shot, and obviously, I'm sure you would like the rematch with Jana back. Or now, since you are you're number 1 for the WBO, has there been any talks yet, any type of negotiations with Top Rank?
No, not yet, not for now. Of course, Hamza was just mandatory and that fell through, so I'm not sure if they get a bit of leeway to fight a voluntary before another mandation or whatever it's called. But whatever, bro, I'm easy, man. Like I think he tweeted the other day and I replied to his tweet and he didn't say nothing back because
of course
it's more realistic now. You know what I'm saying? That he doesn't want to fight that he probably doesn't need. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna push on our end whether we can get to a deal or we have to go to, purse bids or, wait to become mandatory and stuff like that. But I'm just enjoying Christmas for now. Back in the gym first week of January, and then we're gonna start pushing for this for like the first half of the year, first quarter of the year. I mean, I want to get straight back to it, man.
And then, and I'm just seeing a chat here. It says rematch with Nathan Heaney. Then,
I mean, look, that's the guy that has the win over me, and in my opinion, he's done very well. I give him all the credit, but I shouldn't be losing to guys of that caliber. So I'd like to rematch him just to make that right. But I'm not gonna give up a world title shot to rematch him. There's no chance
absolutely, yeah, that's bad business.
There's no chance in the world, bro. I'd like to avenge all my losses, Heaney, Cash, and the other bit. But I mean, none of these guys that have beat me apart from the are doing better than me right now anyway. So
of course,
indirectly, I've won. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is. But just for my ego and my pride, I like to spin the block on both of them still. So
yeah, no, I understand that too. I mean, because he needs since you that shock loss, he got KO'd by Pauls, who you just beat up and won.
Triangle theory.
Yeah.
So you kind of got it a little bit back, like you kind of halfway got it. Yeah. Hey man, I beat his ass. What he did to you though? Look.
Yeah, indirectly.
But I agree. Like,
it still ain't it. Yeah.
Don't give up don't turn down no title shot. Fucking Nathan Heaney. Like, I know the fans like to play manager. Like, chill.
100%. They like to say things, and sometimes I look at these things and I'm like, yeah, is that what you think? Say no more. Watch this. I need to keep my cool a little bit and be like, hey, listen, you ain't drawing me out this time. No way.
Yeah, no, there are a lot of there are a lot of people that kind of like to play that role, but they don't really understand how the game actually really truly works. Yeah. And especially, but rule of thumb is if you're getting a title shot, you better take the damn title shot.
Take the damn title shot. Exactly. You don't know when you're getting another one, and that's why when they offered me to me the first time, I was already about to fight Morrison. But I said, yeah, cool. Let me get this done, and we're getting out there. I mean, why can I turn out a title shot in Vegas? So, but obviously they put me in. It was better off for me anyway, even though I didn't come out with the victory.
Yeah, and we're waiting for you to come back to America because, like I said, because you're long overdue. Because I remember from the first I said before, man, we were gonna go to a Nigerian restaurant. We gotta get some Nigerian food and all that.
Yeah, I remember that. No, listen, when the call comes, I'm there, man. I don't think I've ever turned on a fight before, so that's not in my nature. So if I get the call up to go to America for something, I'll be on the first plane there, man.
Yeah, and trust me, I will definitely hit you up because okay, look, I need to go to where he is, and we'll link definitely for that because you know what I'm saying. Because there's plenty of shit talking that you and I are gonna have to do Ghana and Nigeria, but that's just nature. That's just our nature, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But so just as another question. So how do you feel about the current state of boxing right now? I mean, would you give this year a thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down based on the fights and events that we've had this year?
I think from my perspective, I'd give it a thumbs up. I think Turkey had a shake out in Saudi, put on some crazy shows, some crazy fights. I'm not sure what it's like for you lot in America because obviously the time difference and does it feel like a big fight sort of vibe for you lot? But over here in the UK, because a lot of the UK fighters are on these cards, we're all intrigued in it. So so am I. Like, I'm intrigued in it, and I think he's put on some good cards. I think most of the cards he's put on every fight on them shows can headline in the UK somewhere. You feel me? So, I mean, and then he done one in Vegas as well. So I guess that was a big one for you lot with Crawford and Majimov. That was a good card. But yeah, I think there's been some exciting fights this year. I mean, maybe they're all being crammed into one card and they could be spread out a little bit, but maybe
agreed.
Yeah. Like it's like we could have more good nights if we. But listen, I ain't complaining. A good fight's a good fight, man. But
and I mean, I like the Riyadh season cards too. But one of the things that is just like, when they're a little bit. I mean, I grew up in the era of Don King cards, so I know what a long card feels like. But but with the Turkey cards. If it was just like fights, if it just flowed to the fights, it probably wouldn't be that bad. But there's always the interviews and whatever Turkey has to say and whatever contest.
Like, the beer has too much foam at the top. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, or what y'all call it, the lager or the ale. but that's my whole thing. Like, I look at it a balanced way. Like, do you feel? And you know what? And I like your answer because you also contributed to that damn thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like if you only had one fight this year, you would have probably that might have been a thumbs in the middle. You fucking you holding up one of the damn divisions that got stale. Yeah, like so I like your answer. My thing, okay, this. Oh, hold on. You know what? This kind of question kind of helps it out too. Conscious. No, Chris Brash, salute. Do you see yourself on a Riyadh season card in 2020? Damn, he said 2026.
No,
okay.
corrected himself.
I'm sorry, 2025.
Oh, I'd say fucking hell, man. That's a bit too long.
Hold on. That's still a good question because with the state of boxing, do you even see this going on to 2026? Hell, like
that's true though. Do you know what it is? Yeah, these guys have the money, so it's gonna be on for as long as they want it to be on. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Pretty much.
What I feel like Turkey's doing, he's using boxing or sports, in fact, to build the country. Because before all of these cars and all these fights and everything that he's kind of introduced, who ever thought about going to Saudi Arabia? Unless obviously you're a Muslim and you want to go to Mecca and stuff like that. No one actually saw Saudi as a holiday destination. Now with all these fights and all these cars, he's got people contemplating like, "Right, I might go Saudi to go watch this fight." Like it's not too far. It's a 7-hour, 6-hour flight for us in the UK. That, yeah, man, let's jump on a plane and go Saudi. But no one was doing that, so they're using that to kind of build their country, and I get it. I mean, once he's done what he's and he's a boxing fan. He's the actual proper boxing fan.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I like that part.
Yeah, he's the proper boxing fan, and that's why he's putting on these these fantasy matchups. Like, for example, who the hell would have thought to make Anderson versus Bakoli?
That is true. That's true. Like, I give you that.
That was when I saw that, I was like, yo, I never thought about that, but that's mad. But really
dangerous fight, but it was
dangerous.
It was makeable. Like, yeah,
100%. Because he's got the funds to do so. He's got the money to do it, and if it's gonna pay, man. No one cares where they are on the card. I could be first. You're paying me your M. Put me on before the live slot. Couldn't care less. But at the end of the day, these are all good fights and they're challenger fights and they're 50-50 fights. And I think with this kind of setup, it moves everyone away from that keeping my old shit, like keeping my I don't want to fight this guy because it's dangerous. I got to be calculated. Right. I got to have my business hat on and fuck that, bro. Yes, you have to be smart in what you do, but we're fighters, innit? You have a manager for a reason to be able to guide and direct you. It's not your job to be business savvy. What are you paying your manager for? But I think with this guy's, with Turkey Al Sheikh's setup, everyone's going to be taking L's at some point. And you can't get away from it because you're basically selling your he's going to pay me, so I'll take the risk. In your heart, you're really trying to fight. That's why I'm easy. I hope to get on one of those cards one day, but like I always say, without being disrespectful, I'm not shaking my ass for anyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put on performances I need to put on, and hopefully he likes what I do and he's a fan of me and he gets me on these cards, and I'd appreciate it. But it's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel you on that. Now, do you see any like long-term ramifications with obviously with Turkey's involvement in it? Do you see anything on there? Because I know the ramifications has like been a big thing on Twitter. Depending on the fans' opinions that are split between the fans are split between, and especially boxing media that are split between Turkey good or Turkey bad. It's always.
But wait, let's get a little more context though, because I don't feel like Pat ain't gonna go in like he should. Pause. Like I'm okay. Like
I go in then.
Shout out to Android. Like I know you if you listening. Like say for instance, like I know you made the point that some of these fights could easily be like their own main events, and I agree. Like Anderson and Bakoli, like you can't. That's a main event anywhere in the world. Like
100%.
But the thing is, like, when you take these and you put them all in Saudi Arabia back to back to back, like you're siphoning, like you're taking away like stars from other countries, and like you're not really getting the same type of atmosphere and
but
buzz.
That's what he's trying to do though. He's trying to build his country. So if he's going to take stars from every other country.
No, I'm talking about like as far as I'm talking about as far as like like boxing in general, not like for his country itself. Like Saudi Arabia, like me personally, I don't mind fights going over there sometimes. Like I don't mind. Like I did, like for example, Fury Usyk, the first one. I think that was a great idea to have it over there the first time. But a rematch, I felt like it would be bigger in the UK, and I just kind of feel like the buzz of that fight not being in the UK for the rematch has kind of like affected the hype of it. Like I don't feel like people are finally speaking about it.
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, to be honest. But in regards to you got to think about the time of year as well. So right now it's winter. That's only going to sell out. I said only going to sell out. That's only going to make sense in an arena fight. That's how
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Sorry, someone tried to phone me. But yeah, he ain't boxing outside in the winter. Middle of December. That's crazy. I was going to say, yeah, Wembley, 90,000, 100,000, whatever, that sells, but he ain't boxing outside. So obviously Saudi's the next best bet. But listen, he's the man paying. He's got control. He's doing what he wants. Look, I'm gonna pay you, come and fight over here. Come or don't. It's up to you. Like Tank said he don't want to do it. What was it? Tim Tszyu was basically saying I'm alright, and Canelo was saying I'm good. Yo, these guys, Canelo and Tank, they make wherever it is over in the States doing what they do. So they don't need to, go to Saudi for those used to and stuff. But at the end of the day, it can be both. It can be both. Because like you're saying, it's taken away from bigger nights for the fans in these countries that the stars are from. But at the end of the day, if everyone's getting paid more and we're seeing the facts that we've been complaining about for years, I mean, how bad could that be? So Beterbiev and Bivol, who the fuck was putting that on? Who was going to take the L to put that on?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a balance. Like, certain fights, I think it's a great idea to be over there and he could finance and pay those guys. But fights like, okay, a Jaron Ennis and Teofimo Lopez or Virgil Ortiz, that doesn't belong in no damn Saudi Arabia,
no, I
bro.
hear that. And I think that's why they done that fight for Bud in America. Was it in LA with Madrimov?
Oh, with Madrimov. That's my only thing. Like,
and then AJ Dubois done in the UK. Yeah, they need balance, 100%. But Riyadh season is meant to be for a certain period because at a certain time it gets too hot to do anything over there. So I think it's meant to be from like September to about May or June, and then whatever happens after that happens after that. So we might see more fights in the UK and in America on these Riyadh season cards. But whilst he can get some events going on where he's from, I think he's going to do that. But yeah, he's going to do that. But I think it can be good for the fighters. For as boxing fans, yeah, we might not be able to go to some of these events, but for the fighters, he's paying these fighters what they should be on. I don't think any fighter in the world is overpaid because you're putting your life on the line. It's a big risk for the entertainment of those that want to see. So to say a fighter's overpaid is very harsh. But yeah, he's willing to pay that because he understands. No, you don't need to be, rightfully paid for what you're doing, and no one's out of pocket. No one's losing out. And if everyone wants to watch it on TV, he's made pay-per-view prices as low as possible. So, but I do get what you're saying in terms of, he's taking away from like big nights from.
The only counter I have to that, and like I'm saying, I'm objective. I'm balanced on it. Like, I don't mind it happening. I don't mind like the fights in Saudi Arabia, and even this is going back to Joshua Ruiz. Yeah. I guess I would be more cooler with what he's doing if it was on a larger platform than the Zone. The Zone isn't really a big platform in North America. Like, they don't, I think it's less than 500,000 subscribers. So when you have all these big fantasy fights, they're not really they don't really trend on social media. They're not really getting that outreach of like I'll be honest, like, if your fight with Janabek would have happened on the Zone years ago instead of ESPN, I'm telling you, you
would have been
wanted to
under the
make
radar.
laugh
Yeah.
that you made that night. Like it would have been like, damn, he had a good effort, good ass fucking fight. But it's like, okay, like maybe 150,000 people see it, but on ESPN, it's like, okay, you getting maybe 700,000, 500,000, and
Yeah.
even if it is the live viewers, more people, more clips, more social media, it's more buzzing, more. So that's my only thing. Like, if all this was being done hypothetically, that what Turkey Alashi is doing, if all this was hypothetically being done on, say, like a Netflix or an Amazon Prime, or hell, I even give you fucking Tubi, I would be more
That's probably the
acceptable.
sorry. That's probably the next step, because you're right about that. Obviously, all these other TV platforms, they haven't got the flexibility that DAZN has. DAZN has a flexibility. They're an app. They do what they want. They put on the shows. If you got a date, you ain't got to wait for the broadcasters to confirm, oh, we got something on that day, or just the date's the date. So DAZN has that flexibility where he picks a date wherever he wants to do, because that venue is not booked for anything else. So he could say January 1st, DAZN's available. Do you know what I mean? So that's why he's gone with DAZN. Obviously, Netflix and Amazon Prime, and like you lot said in America, Tubi, they're not sport platforms. So you're not going to think of those platforms straight away, because they're not sport. They're not sports platforms. No one goes to those channels or those apps to watch sports. They do with DAZN. DAZN are trying to build. He's obviously he's got a partnership in DAZN now, maybe some sort of investment in it as well.
So yeah, like, that did. Yeah, that's today.
Yeah, that's the rumor right now.
So he's probably getting some back end on that, and whatever it is. So they've got that partnership with DAZN. Netflix is probably the best shout since Jake Paul and Tyson. They showed that Netflix is probably the best shout for all these big events, to be honest. But obviously, he's made a deal with DAZN, and that's where everything's going to be, and that's why most promoters are going on DAZN. And I feel like slowly, when everyone's broadcasting contracts run out, they're all going to go with DAZN. So he's basically taken over boxing slowly but surely. And if he can, like you said, spread it out to different countries, which I do feel like he wants to do, but mainly host it in Saudi, then yeah, it'll be better for everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? Because all the top guys, like I said, you're not going to get Canelo in Saudi or Tank in Saudi or whatever. You feel me? It's the ones that are coming just under them, because Canelo's cleaning up 30, 40 million anyway. So that's why he said
fighting the Berlangas.
You feel me? So he's thinking, if you want me to fight Bud and wherever, you send me 200 mil, like, that's something that's going to change my life. Like, then I'll go. But other than that, if you're going to offer him 50 mil, he'll make that anyway. So I get it. But yeah.
I mean, I was surprised Inoue like had some type of deal with him, like, because you see the type of money he make in Japan, like that's a little island.
It's true, but he's probably going to do these things in Japan. You've seen how much, so he probably just show them, look, this is what we do. Like, I fight every New Year's, December, Christmas time, Boxing Day, whatever. You see what we do. So they might bring Riyadh season to Japan, and they just put more money on top of whatever's going on. I don't think we'll see Inoue go to Saudi, because he doesn't need to go anywhere. Everything's on his doorstep. He fought in America a few times when he needed to, but now he is who he is. I ain't moving for no one. You don't come to me. But the promoters can come to me. The broadcasters can come to me. You look at show it on ESPN from Japan. It comes on at this time. You don't deal with it. I'm doing this for my country, and yeah, this is an event for Japan.
Yeah, and I was thinking, because we've talked about Monster a lot in there, and I know that's the part that people absolutely hate when they hate, because they say, yeah, no, why does Monster have to come to America? No, he doesn't. He's the money maker. Like, he's the one that if you want a payday, America's not going to pay, because sub 126. It's never been an American-centric or an American-friendly division. So
build up an American attraction for him to come over here to face. That's the easiest thing to do. Like, a lot of times they don't have the type of matchups here to build up someone. Like, I guess like who's the dudes we've been Espinoza, Figueroa was like, they just, because Fulton was like the last guy they had over here that we could send to him or he could come over here for. So that's all America has to do.
But even that, it's like, he's still the guy. You got what he wants.
Right.
Go to him.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, Floyd was a star in the States. He didn't leave Vegas for shit. I don't care where you're from. I'm the moneymaker. You want to pay it? Come to me.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get me to come over there and still ask for what you're asking for. No.
Nah.
You get that over here in Japan, bro. So come over here. If you got what I need, then I might come to you, but you don't. So
That's why they
I'm
always
the
bring
guy.
up Tank. Because Tank's the only name or attraction where they could
100%.
really
Yeah. Tank can't get in Japan. You're bringing him in, but I think he's even openly said Tank's too big for him.
Yeah, of course. But we're casuals. We're talking about like the casuals or the
the
people.
casual center.
You
Because
want to
they're
bring
both
that?
small, you think, oh, you can move up a couple extra pounds, and it's bro.
Yeah.
What's he 122
It doesn't
right
work that way.
I want to see Denzel Bentley fight Zerto. Like, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, let me get a good cruiserweight fight. You know?
Yeah. Probably walks around you can. Nah, fuck that, bro. Zerto's a big dude. Even when he was 168, he was a big dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. How he managed to get down to that weight for all those years, for all those fights, is beyond me.
Crazy.
What's the over under for him having a go at the heavyweight title before his career is out?
It depends who's there, man. Right now, no chance, to be honest.
Nah.
But
they're too
3
big.
years.
Yeah, they're too. Right now the heavyweights right now are too big.
They're too big, man.
Yeah.
But I think the next generation of heavyweights are a little bit smaller than these ones. Apart from Dubois, if it's Dubois, don't forget it. But like AJ Fury, they're fucking massive. But I think the next lot, Anderson's big, but he's not massive. But Cody's massive, to be honest.
Yeah. If Cody's 6'6", he's like almost 300 pounds. Cody's massive.
Yeah, I think once you get over 6'4", that's when I'm saying like get massive.
Yeah, but he's probably the same kind of height and size as Moses Utama.
No, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? And listen, he's a good fighter. He can really fight. He's 19, but like Zerto's probably around that same size. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
and like Parker's not massive. You had Jack Massey over here in the UK. He went up to heavyweight to fight Parker, and he didn't look out of place. You know what I mean? He didn't look out of place. He's big. You know what I'm saying? So I think Opataya though has a better shot.
Yeah, of course.
At heavyweight than Zerto. I think Opataya beat Zerto. Like, he's a bad boy. I see him spar in the gym when he came down. Fucking hell. Yeah, man. I appreciate good fighters, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I finished sparring and I sat down and watched him. I'm like, let me see what bro's really saying, Carl. I see him on TV, it's different. That's what he's like in the gym. He's clean, bro. He's clean still.
Hey, I mean, sometimes that's how you learn too. Sometimes after you spar, you gotta sit down and see what else.
100%. I'm a visual learner. I'm trying to see this guy up close. Like he was floating. He was so good on his feet. I'm thinking, oh shit, I didn't really appreciate his footwork like this. Because you see him in the fight, I see him with Bradis. That was a kind of a dog fight. Then when I see him fight Jack Massey, I was like, yeah, this is what I was seeing when he was in the gym sparring, still clean, floating, in and out with his work. But I think that's because he started training back with his dad again. I think I heard something like that. His dad went in his corner for a while, and now he's back with his dad, so he's back on that sort of boxing. So yeah, I think that might be the reason.
Your father knows best. So
that's what they say. That's what they say, man.
But just a quick interlude, man. If you see that scrolling message, we got the super chats and everything for our YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So if you're liking what you're hearing so far, with an interview with Mr. Denzel Bentley, man, just bless us. And we also got that PayPal too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, just if you feel what we're doing, bless it. You know what I mean?
Especially that I know, because y'all ain't never gonna have, or I don't believe there's been such an in-depth conversation with another world-class boxer about the whole Turkey situation and everything. Because I know none of the other media dudes would ever even grill somebody like this and do the back and forth. So I just know, like appreciate this shit. You know what I mean?
Especially from the boxer point of view, because usually when you have these arguments, it's from the fans' point of view. And
media,
and me and Shuttleworth have very differing opinions on this, but one thing that's never really out there is the boxer point of view, or at least it's not in any detail. So definitely, it's a good look, at least, giving us some insight and giving us like how it can actually benefit the boxer. Because I mean, obviously, and boxers are prize fighters; they got to get paid. And with Turkey, definitely. That's one thing I can appreciate with Turkey. Turkey does not pay for bullshit. Like, he's not gonna pay you like to go fight some, unless of course it's his own fighters, from his country. And I've gone on that before because dude. You
Well,
know,
he is putting them on. Like, look, bro, look. If Turkey have a fight in Florida and he shoot me $50K to fight in the parking lot, bro. I mean, I ain't saying yes, but I ain't saying no. Like, we could work something out. Like, you know what I mean? I did 4-rounder shit. So I get that. I ain't gonna hate him for that, but it's just great to see like a good objective-based conversation on the subject with a world-class boxer, somebody who actually, and the reason why I'm emphasizing world-class, somebody who actually he's in a position where his career trajectory could very well be on one of those Riyadh season cards in the future. Mm-hmm. This isn't somebody who's like never been anywhere, doesn't have no momentum, no buzz, no nothing, where you're like, well, hey, he might get called up. This ain't no Rocky shit. Like this stuff, this is stuff that could really happen. Ain't nothing wrong with Rocky. I'm just saying.
Yeah, none at all.
I don't know. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with Rocky? Like, no, chill. It's like you just an example. This is all I'm saying. But yeah, salute the champ. We appreciate it, bro. That's all I want to say. And I know the fans and anybody future out there listening, I know they appreciate it as well.
No.
So we talked about all these fights, Denzel. So what's the best fight that you want to see get made in 2025?
That's a good question, man. Oh, give me a weight class.
Oh, hold on, wait, Pat, get it.
Oh man, okay. Okay.
No. Can we give you two?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go with 154.
54. I like to see Bud and Charlo.
Yeah, you still on that? KP.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, Bud and Charlo. I mean, that was the fight until Charlo kind of lost how he lost against Canelo.
Yeah, he lost to Canelo though, man. That's Canelo. I mean, that's a bit harsh if you're saying a loss to Canelo means.
He got to come back though, bro.
And it was 2 weight classes above. But it is. I mean, like, obviously Charlo at his best. If he comes back and he's still doing his thing, then yeah. But I think the animosity and that build up, that fight. I mean, I think that's a little bit more personal than anything else I want to see at 54. At 54, I mean, you got Spencer Fandora coming up. Yeah, good fight, but I need to see a little bit of edge. Like, I want to see this. I don't think there's anything I want to really see at 54 apart from Charlo at his best and Bud. Unless you got another fight for me somewhere, I can't think of none at 54. Man.
Virgil Ortiz, ring a bell with anybody? Like,
yeah, but Ortiz and Bud. I mean, look,
that's a good ass fight, man. Like,
it is, but I don't think it's a fight that Bud needs.
Oh,
like what does that fight do for Bud?
Wait, what? Like,
if he beats Virgil Ortiz, is he any more of a legend than he is already? He's already
he beat one of like the best up and coming undefeated fighters in his division. Like, and Ortiz would legit be one of Crawford's like best like top 3 wins, like easily.
100%. But you got to think about what's going to motivate this guy. What's going to motivate Bud?
The money, like that's the big fight anywhere.
At 47, when everyone's asking to fight Boots, that's a good fight. Don't get twisted. If it gets made, I'm tuned in. But you got to think about from Bud's perspective. Pardon me. If he beats Ortiz or Boots, does that do any more for his legacy than it's already done? He's the guy with the belts. He's the guy with it's a money fight because it's against him. Mm-hmm. And if he loses to them, legacy done. If he beats them, it makes no difference. He's already, in my opinion, I think he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. When he retires, he's the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, of course.
He's done. Yeah, he needs a fight right now that's going to keep him from retirement.
But I don't think Charlo does that unless Charlo builds himself back up. Not build. I don't think he doesn't have to go on a Denzel Bentley year. Like,
of course.
I'm talking about he just need one good fight where it's like, and I'm talking about like a top 10 type of fight. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy.
Because it's personal, I feel like he'd be like, I just want to fuck you up. But I mean,
I still like the fight. You ain't wrong, bro. Yeah. Like, it's a circumstantial fight.
I just don't see. Look, when Floyd was champion, he was doing his thing. Cool, he fought Canelo and that was different. But when Furman and that was chasing him, he had no time for them. Did anyone ask him to fight Furman? Did anyone ask him to fight Spence? Did anyone ask him to fight Sean Porter? No, it done nothing for his legacy. And those were the up and coming 47-pounders that were killing it back then. Even Amir Khan, who was his kind of era, he still had no time for it. And it made no difference to his legacy, fighting them or not.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, I want because I know
Floyd's legacy at that point was way better than Crawford's legacy at this point, though. Like
That's
we
a
got
two-time
there is
undisputed
levels.
champion. No one ain't
Man.
done that. That's a two-time undisputed champion, 2 different weight classes.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Crawford
Floyd is Floyd. 4-weight world champion, 2-time undisputed champion, trying to become a 3-time undisputed champion. If Charlo didn't do what he done, he would have been a 3-weight undisputed champion. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer, 100% without.
Oh, how? Well, nah, we're not arguing that. Like, if anybody says Crawford not Hall of Famer, that's like they don't know boxing.
But fighting Ortiz makes no difference to that. Fighting Canelo does, but I don't want to see that fight. I think Canelo's too big. I don't want to see that fight. Canelo's too big. I'm a Crawford fan, so I don't want to see it.
I hear you. Yeah, no.
I see you playing a little manager in there. No, it was good for Charlo though, but not Crawford.
But even for Charlo's he's got a bigger frame. Doesn't mean he's he's got a bigger frame. He's been a 154-pounder all his life. He was taller than Canelo. They're both, Canelo was originally a 54-pounder. He started at 47, but he's 15, so I ain't counting that. When he grew into a man, he's a 54-pounder. That's where he won his first title. Bud is a 35-pounder, super strong. But bro, for 35 to 68, come on, man.
Yeah.
What's Canelo going to be in the ring? Canelo's got a wide frame. They're about the same height, but he's a big guy.
I mean, I actually thought Charlo would do better. Like,
yeah, me too.
I wanted to see the fight because it's a fight that I felt like should have happened 8 years ago. Like, I felt like Charlo and Andre, all them dudes were chasing Canelo, and Canelo finally turned around and said, "All right, okay, Charlo."
Yeah, but that was the wrong Charlo. If the big Charlo was, in a better state mentally, that would have been a better fight. But cool, he got little Charlo,
thank you.
And he ain't as physical. He ain't as physical, clearly. And he basically started boxing to not get knocked out. He wasn't boxing with heart. And if he boxed with heart, it would have been a better fight. But Canelo's grown into he's a big guy, man. He's a big guy. And I don't like the fight with Crawford and Canelo. I think he's got the skill set to do that. But Canelo's not that big. He knocked out Kovalev. He messed up Callum Smith's arms. He just knocked out Belanga. These are big guys, bro. They ain't got the skill of, obviously, Crawford, but they're big guys, bro. If he's
I think Crawford got the skills, though, man. Canelo ain't been cooking like that, man.
Like, he's got the skills, but you got 12 rounds.
I feel Crawford could beat Canelo. If they was a fight next year, I'd pick Crawford.
Look, Canelo's younger. Probably got more miles on the clock, though. He had more fights. But Crawford's definitely got the skills. But you even saw in his last fight against Majimov, at some point he was getting tagged, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean,
no. Exactly.
Of course.
And if Canelo starts,
that was a 115, 113 fight.
And Canelo ain't letting off the hook, bro. He's not easing up. When he starts tagging you and hitting you, come on, man. He probably hits a lot harder than Majimov. I'm not saying Bud can't hold a shot, but he's a big guy, bro. What's he gonna weigh on the night? Bud probably walks around about 170 max.
Yeah.
What's Canelo gonna be on the night? Bud ain't gonna cut no weight, so he ain't gonna be anything heavier than 170 on the night.
Yeah.
That's true. Canelo's gonna be about 185, 190.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and solid as hell.
And solid as hell. So I mean, it's the same thing he's saying with Benavidez. Benavidez is gonna be 25 pounds heavier than him on the night. He's gonna be about 25 pounds heavier than fucking Bud on the night. It's gonna be the same thing. He don't want to fight Benavidez because he's gonna be too big on the night. But obviously, Bud wants to fight him, so I get that, and I believe if Bud wants to fight someone, he thinks he can beat them. But I'm just saying, as a Bud fan, I'd rather him just go out right now and he's just like, yeah, you know what? See you guys later. I don't like the fight, but if he beats Canelo, that's a goat right there, boy.
Yes, he all-time great status. Then y'all got it, right?
100%.
You won't hear me argue, y'all no more.
So,
I know people listening to this like, damn, like why you grilling this dude? Like, chill. Like, all right, my bad.
Yo, Denzel, I got one more division too, because it's always talked about everywhere. Lightweight.
I like that division. There's a few fights I want to see that. No, but someone on 140 now, innit? I'll give you 140 as well. But I want to see I want to see Tank and Shakur. I think they're the best 35-pounders out there.
I mean, we're all calling for that. Like, I mean, that's the fight right now because, I mean, I've been kind of vocal with Tank, kind of avoiding certain fighters. Devin Haney at 135, and then I know he's gone up to 140. And like, okay, fight Josh Taylor. If you can win one of the regular titles at 140, fight Josh Taylor. I've been kind of, and that hasn't happened. And
yeah, but hear this though. Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair making Tank go up to 140?
He went up to 140 himself.
Once he fought Barrios, he kind of gave up that excuse.
Yeah, he kind of felt like, you know what, maybe the guys are too big for me. Step back down. He knows his limits. Let's be honest. Tank is really and truly still a 30-pounder, bro. He just can't be asked to make the weight. He's still a 30-pounder. 100%. Mm-hmm. He started off at 26, went up to 30. He went back to 30 for Santa Cruz when he was already 35. Mm-hmm. Usually, you move up in weight, you ain't coming back down.
I'm not one of these people who thinks Tank is like making people get real, because I think Tank is fighting people generally his size.
Yeah.
And I think Barrios just happened to be a big ass there 140. Like
big, 100%.
Because look how he's fighting now at 147, like exactly. Hurting dudes. Like.
Exactly, hurting guys. So, and he wanted to move up, Barrios, so he probably knew like, yeah, he's struggling to make a weight a bit. Like, yeah, let's get him now. Because he was going to move up anyway, and he got a Tank fight. I mean, it's a payday. He ain't going to turn that down. But listen, I wouldn't say ducking, guys. I think he wants everything on his terms. If you're gonna fight me, then you're coming here. We're not negotiating shit. You're coming here. You're getting this. You're coming over to PBC or Amazon Prime now. But you're coming over here, and I don't think he's taking any like back and forth of anything. And Devin Haney's obviously not going to be letting off. He's his own boss in it. So
yeah, I mean, Shakur's with Matchroom now for a couple fights, and then Devin is kind of floating around as a free agent. You know, he fights where they pay him. Like he'll sign for a couple fights and then move on. That type of deal. Like he's doing what Miguel Cotto did years ago, basically.
He said Ortiz got dropped 4 times his last fight. Like, yeah, y'all be hating there, Victor Virgil Ortiz, but I swear. 4 times, really?
At 40, I like to see Tio and Haney or Tio and Ryan.
Yeah.
At 40.
Tio and Ryan, would they fight?
Man, that would be like the super most racist ass. Was that the 140 racist unification?
100%. But the thing is, hey, Ryan Garcia gets so much credit for doing nothing. He's the only one out of these names we keep putting in the hat that ain't been a world champion. Don't you think that's crazy? Yeah.
I mean, that's his whole angle. Like he's getting the money without he's actually doing like what we want more boxers to do is like become a star in your own right, like get your own type of fan base. And he's using that. Like I don't blame him. But and honestly, I don't think he's as skilled as everyone else either. So they guided him different.
Though. That's true though. But yeah, that's true though. But I think I'll take Tio and Devin. Tio and Devin.
I like that fight.
I like to throw Jack Catterall in the mix as well because since he beat Taylor, he's been looking good.
You have to understand.
And he beat Progress as well. Yeah, he beat Progress as well.
I mean, we respect Catterall, but Catterall's kind of been hell on our betting when we do these bets. We do our betting.
Bro, like, sir, like world champ, like Denzel. I'm gonna be honest with you. When Jack Catterall fought Taylor the first time, I felt he got robbed horrendously. Yeah, and I was one of the biggest people. Like, Jack Catterall. He's the guy at 140 now. Then he had another fight. He looked good. And then something happened with him. Like, I think it was a Linares fight. Like, I'm thinking he's going to KO him. This Jorge Linares, great fighter, world champ. Yeah. And then it's like he just stopped. Like, it's like somebody took the passion and soul out of his performances. Like, he stopped letting his hands go. And he's been killing our parlays and like he's legit one of the best in the division, but god damn, he don't fight like it sometimes, man. Jeez, like, but I get it though. Like,
Yeah.
who you want to see him fight?
It's mad. It's mad. You're right. You're right. Sometimes it just gets into some comfortable mode and it stops throwing, fam.
Yeah, it drives us crazy.
Yeah.
Like
He has knockout power, quick hands,
big power still.
Damn, and I'm just like, bro, like I feel like if he would have just kept looking exciting or at least showing more effort, his name would even buzz more. Like, cause he's young. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody ain't the same. Like, I get it. Like,
no,
but who makes an exciting fight with Jack Catterall for you? Like, I gotta ask.
I think him and Devin, you know.
I mean, that's a. Can you explain, champ? Cause, I mean,
You gotta give us explanation on that one.
I think that's like more like excitement for me personally. I think that's like a boxing purist type fight. Like we gotta see.
I get that. Okay, yeah.
I get that. At least you keep it real.
It's not gonna be a proper like a fight. It's fight. Do you know what I mean? If I saw that fight, I'm saying okay, let's see how good Catterall is, because I think Devin Haney is a bad boy. I think he can box.
Yeah.
He ain't got no power. He ain't got enough power to KO someone, but he knows how to box. And Catterall's a tricky, hard hitting counter puncher.
Right. Yeah.
If he's gonna hurt you, it's off your own movement. So let's see how he can kind of manipulate Haney's kind of movement to catch him up. Like what we done with Progress. He put Progress down because of Progress's movement. Progress was didn't just step on him and start digging him in. Progress was trying to step on him and he caught him coming in. It's like, what can you do to kind of manipulate that? But I mean, I think Catterall versus Haney or Tio or he's at 40 now, man.
Gary Russell.
Nah. oh shit. No. I'm thinking about, I forgot the awkward Gary Russell. I thought you were talking about Gary Russell Jr. You're talking about
Antoine. Antoine, I'm sorry.
Antoine,
I call Gary Russell Turbo Fist, the quick one.
Okay. Yeah.
Antoine is Angry Fist because he just looked like he fight angry and he hit hard. He
lost to someone. He beat him again.
He lost to Puello.
Yeah.
The new WBC champion.
Is he WBC or he's WBA?
I think it's WBA. But yeah, he is a champ. Yeah, he got.
I rate him as well. I thought he was a bad boy. That's what I was kind of confused. I thought he'd beat a lot of guys. But I know their family going through a lot of stuff right now, so probably hard to stay focused on shit. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe because I'm British, I'm seeing Catterall different from how you guys are. Do you know what I mean?
Don't get involved.
We watch enough boxing, bro. Like,
no, I hear you.
You're like,
but no, I do respect it, though.
I mean, Catterall is definitely on our radar.
What do you think he's got no chance against those guys? Like, he's got no chance against Haney?
No, fuck no. Look. Jack Catterall's the goods. Like, let's get this clear. Like, Jack Catterall's the goods. But I feel like he, I'll show you, like, honestly, if he could have even stepped on the gas more in the first Josh Taylor fight.
Yeah.
Because he kind of faltered. Like, he kind of had got Josh Taylor back in the fight in the later rounds. And Josh Taylor mugged it up and got it a little dirty. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't really see Jack Catterall's boxing stand out like he did in the first half. So remember, he dropped Josh Taylor hard and all of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just feel like if he was off Josh Taylor's own movement. But you're right, he needs to pick up.
Exactly.
The thing is, he counts on his counter punching so much, he just slows down sometimes. And I think that kind of hinders his performance sometimes. You're right about that still. But I'm just trying to figure some 140 pounders. But I think the number one is Tio and Haney. I think the build up for that would be good because that 35 got meant to fight, and then Tio lost to Cambosis, and then Devin Haney went round his back and got Cambosis fight and all that shit. But yeah.
I mean, of course, there's also a wild card in Sandor Martin too. Like, I'm kind of partial to him because he beat.
It's mad. I was going to say Sandor Martin as well. I was going to say Sandor Martin, but I'm thinking against who? Because I don't want to see Sandor Martin against Jack Catterall.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
I don't want. That's why I didn't say it. I don't want to see Sandor Martin and Jack Catterall. I don't think that. Yeah, I can't imagine that fight being.
Yeah.
But
that's Sandor how we felt about the Haney fight, but that's even worse. Like.
Yeah, exactly. But I think Sandor Martin does deserve his shot.
Oh hell yeah, of course.
he deserves a shot at a title. But I don't know if you're asking me who I want to see. I don't know who I want to see him with. But I know he deserves his shot.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, ever since he got robbed against Teofimo Lopez, and he did get robbed, because they blew a knockdown and everything, Teo does not mention dude's name. What was that?
Did they count the knockdown?
Did they count what?
I think they count the knockdown, didn't they?
No, they counted one knockdown, and there was another knockdown, which was even cleaner than that one, but they didn't. They said it was a slip.
Because if they would have counted both, Sandro Martin would have, I think, clearly won. He would have outright won, whereas instead of just get robbed or whatever else happened.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. My bad. We got to answer some of these damn questions in the chat. My apologies, y'all. Salute. What up, Rome? Top 5. Good point. Crawford got 4-inch reach on Nello, but yeah, too dangerous still. When's your next fight, champ?
I know you're
when would you like to fight?
First half of next year, man. Anytime before June. So March, April, May, June. I'm easy.
Okay.
I stay in the gym. I'm back first week of January. I'm in the gym. I'm working.
Yeah, you gotta let them relax. Enjoy Christmas and New Year's a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Then, other than yourself, who is a fighter from your country who you think is better than he gets credit for?
That's a good question. There's a lot, man.
Just spoke on Catterall, damn. No, I'm playing. You ain't listening, no.
Better than he gets credit for. I'm not sure how much credit you lot give Joshua Buatsi. I think he's a good fighter.
Buatsi, you don't want my opinion on Buatsi.
Go on, let me hear it.
I'll say this with Buatsi though: raw power, absolute raw power. But the one thing that I did like about Buatsi was when he said, "Oh yeah," because I know he was with Eddie for a minute, and he was on what I like to call the Mandingo cards, and he was lighting them up because when they were fighting on Eddie Hearn's front lawn and all that stuff. And I thought he was lighting it up, but then dude was like, "Yeah, I don't want to fight on the app anymore. Let me go sign with this and do that," and then. Ironically, now he's fighting on the app right now because he's not fighting on Sky anymore or anything like that. So that was the one thing because I think he was a little short-sighted. And number two, I think he's kind of the one thing I don't like is he's not because he's been offered shots at the titles, these big fights, and he doesn't take them. And I think he's starting to spoil on the vine a little bit.
But maybe because I know him a bit differently, I understand why he hasn't taken him. He's very particular. It's got to be
right.
Not necessarily on his terms, but it's got to be. He has to be comfortable with it. And I think the reason why he never took the fights to say he never took is because he didn't want to be with Eddie no more. And if he'd have taken those fights, he'd be locked into another deal extension. So he'd rather take the L and not taking these fights just to be free from, that contract and then move on and then try to get that another way. So that's why, Eddie's very good at what he does. He made Josh look very bad because he didn't want to be with him no more. So he made you just turned down 1.5 mil in the rematch, you get more and all that shit. And everyone's like, why would you take that? Why not? But you got to remember, you take that, you're locked into another 3-fight deal, and he would just stretch it to whenever he sees fit. And secondly, if he loses, there is no rematch. So what you do, you're just going to dump him anyway. You get him? So you got to think about it. You're talking about, I offered him this, and in the rematch, he gets more and blah, blah. Yeah, but no fight's a guaranteed win, especially against Bivol. Jabs to the same. So what happens if he loses? You're going to dump him, and then now it's going to be harder for him to find a new promoter to be where he wants to be because he's coming off a loss now. You know what I'm saying? And we can't get the deal that he wants because he's coming off a loss, and he's in no man's land. So it had to be the right deal for him, and it wasn't the right deal for him, so he didn't take that. But I get it. He is someone that I feel like should have boxed for a world title by now. He's more than capable, but circumstances obviously didn't allow that. But yeah, it is what it is. He's getting closer now. So that's cool. So I understand what you lot are saying. Like, if I'm looking at it from that point of view, I agree. Like, how can you turn down this and you came up, like, you had a fast start to the game and you ain't even boxed a world title yet and you ain't boxed none of these guys. Like, how good really are you? I hear that, but circumstances, innit? Circumstances. But another fighter that I think is good. I'm trying to think of these weight classes. Well, Tama gets a lot of credit still. Moses Tama's a bad boy still, but he gets a lot of credit, so I can't say that. But he's 19. He can fight still. Cruiserweight. I'm gonna say Isaac Chamberlain. That's my guy though. That's probably why.
Isaac Chamberlain.
He's at
Shout out to Isaac Chamberlain.
He can fight, but like I said, circumstances sometimes that I think we're going to see a lot more from him moving forward still. I think so as well still. There's some names out there, man. There's some fighters I rate. I just can't think of them right now. Maybe I'm thinking too hard.
Hey, I mean, it's like sometimes it's just like whatever comes to mind. Like originally, is this those were the fighters that you were thinking of sometimes.
Yeah, no, true. But then sometimes it's like when certain guys are fighting, I make an effort to go down. I won't even shout them. I'll just go down. Like, nah, I rate this guy still. He can fight. I'm gonna have to watch, man. But I can't think right now, bro.
Oh, let me ask you, because you said circumstances a lot. So let me bring forth a hypothetical circumstance for you.
Yeah.
Like, because now we talked about turning down title fights and everything. Jermell Charlo comes back. He wants to fight at 160. Offers you
Let's go.
PBC.
Let's go.
But what else is on the table is Janabek on a Riyadh season card. They both offering you $2 million. One's on Prime in Vegas. The other one's in Saudi Arabia, and you're the co-main.
I hear you still. But one's got a world title. One's got 2 world titles. So I got to go with that one. And then I spin the block on Charlo and get $4 million.
Because the reason I brought it up, because boxing is funny, like, because you said the Crawford Charlo, and I'm looking at it like, if he was trying to get back to like 154, like, what's a good fight against somebody at 160 or so? Like, if he can't get back down to 154, like in the first fight. So I said, well, hell, like, this guy made his name like bigger, like, but then you're also at, like you said, the title. So it's one of those, would you choose a title shot or get paid and have a bigger platform? I feel like a lot of people might get that type of circumstance in the future.
100%. It's true. And that's a good question, because right now, obviously, we're all like, none of these are real situations. So it's easy to just say, yeah, I'm never going to work out.
They're possible, though.
But they're possible. They're possible. Yeah, they're possible. But I'm just saying it's easier for me to answer it right now because it's not in front of me. But really and truly, I'm thinking, bro, I can get Charlo, who ain't boxing a minute. Last fight he lost is really looked that good. I can catch him at a good time. He went to 160 for the first time for the same money as his fight. And this guy's a bit dangerous. But like I said, sometimes my ego speaks for me, man. Sometimes my ego speaks for me.
Like a true boxer.
Yeah. I want to get my get back with Janabek. I want to get the titles, and then I spin the block on Charlo. So that's how I think sometimes. But yeah, I'm sure my management will make the decision for me.
Because the situation is, this is Charlo's comeback fight, so it's more like if you're not available, the next best thing, and then he's on to Crawford. Yeah. So me personally, I'm looking at it like, basically like how you called it. Like, damn, what if I was to fucking beat Charlo, have him on my damn record? Now I could really call more shots. Like a Janabek fight is even bigger now. Like I'm even a bigger B-side, and I already know how Janabek fight. He ain't been on no momentum. He ain't been doing shit.
Yeah, Janabek has like little momentum. Like it's bad that.
So I looked at it in the reverse, but I see both sides though, because on the flip side, you could beat the shit out of Charlo, and Janabek fight somebody, and his bad momentum, he loses.
Right.
So that's crazy, but yeah, damn, good answer though, man. Shit.
I think he's having a little technical difficulties, but he'll be back. Hold up, we'll just
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
The question so good, he answered the question so good it glitched.
Yeah,
That's some ring gang shit. Like the shit, this shit. Like damn, like these niggas cooking so good.
Yep.
I'm fuming, sir. My battery died on my other phone. I'm fuming, sir. I didn't even realize.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, because we cooking. Let's say we cooking. Your battery can't handle all this fire conversation.
Yeah, you answered the question so good.
What is heat? What is heat?
It's heat. The phone was like, damn, hold on, bro. Like,
yeah,
you cooking like
that question, yeah.
but I definitely got another question for you, Denzel. Too. Have you had a chance to play the new Undisputed Boxing video game yet?
Are we back?
Okay,
yes,
yeah. Did you hear my question?
No, what'd you say?
I said, have you played the new Undisputed Boxing video game yet?
Nah, I'm a bit salty. No one hit me up to be on it, so I don't want nothing to do with it.
I
ain't even got a console, to be honest. I ain't got a console.
Good. So do you actually want to be in that game?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, but just to be honest, I ain't even got a console, so I wouldn't have gone anyway. But everyone keeps asking me, like, people like my friends and ask me, like, how come you're not in the game? I'm like, no one hit me up. I'm like, what? I'm easy anyway.
Now, how much would it cost for you to, for them to say, okay, you take my whole image and I'll give you like the whole license, just pay me.
That's so mad because I don't know how none of that works. So I just send them to someone on my team and say, just get me some good money, bro. Give me some good money still.
Now, because some people be cocky. They do, man, I need $100,000 off rip. Like, I don't need to speak to nobody.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably just say, don't worry about it. It's cool, bro. We'll make the game about you, bro.
Hey, I mean, so Undisputed, like if anyone's on the chat for Undisputed, man, Denzel Bentley would love to be in this game. And if you throw like a good amount of him, ballpark amount of him, he'll be more than happy to sign whatever you need to sign so you can collect that check. You know what I'm saying?
Now, we got fuck it. Undisputed cool. EA Sports, man. Get him in the next damn fight night, bro. Like, that's come on. Like, that's the next step. No, don't undersell the brother. Come on.
I mean, EA Sports is reportedly saying that they're coming back into the boxing game. So, we'll
be world champ by then.
Yeah, it's gonna cost a lot more by then, man.
Yeah. Which is cool. Which is cool. Like, hey,
it's cool.
Price of the brick got to go up eventually.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you're a future middleweight champion, it's always going to go up. Like, there's, so it's better to get them now. We can, get the six figures later. When you like 7 and 8 figures. You know what I mean?
Get me in early when you can speak to me directly. Otherwise, you're getting forwarded.
Oh shit.
So another question. So have you seen any new TV shows or movies that you've really enjoyed? Because I know that's why this question is Gangs of London, which is a favorite of myself and Shutters, is coming back in 2025. So I mean, has anything kind of like, okay, you've been enjoying it, you want to shout out?
No, I watched Gangs of London. But I'll be honest, I've just been on YouTube, man. Watching loads of boxing, bro. Speaking of YouTube, I got my own channel now, so I've got a few little all access type shit going on. Let me know what you lot think about it. Let me know what I can improve on and stuff if you ain't seen it and that. And
so we'll try to get that.
Yeah. So my YouTube.
Nah, we'll stop. Like we'll follow definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I think I did see something, but I wasn't 100% sure. But now you should confirm that. I'll make sure that we follow it.
Yeah,
so.
I think I tweeted it. I usually put most of my stuff on Insta. I tweet, but I don't really tweet my boxing and stuff like that too much. But I need to start because you get a wider reach.
YouTube, bro. Remember, like you can get the channel monetized. Like people know you, bro. Like just keep at it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, it's growing.
You already there, man. You almost world champ. You at that level, bro. Like,
yeah.
Right there. Like it's not like someone got to see the journey from the very beginning. Like
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I think because it's good because I'm nearly there. You get to see a little insight to how I get there. I ain't gotta go all the way from the beginning or not after I won the world title. I think it's at a good point. When it's got all my last 3 fights, a little bit of the campaign, obviously after the fight and then after the fight, probably about 10 to 15 minutes each of them. So it's not long still.
What's the name of the channel?
Denzel Bentley 2S is my channel.
Denzel Bentley 2S. Okay.
Yeah, 2S.
Yeah, so yeah, if you just put that in the YouTube search, I'm pretty sure it'll take you to where you need to be.
Yeah, and then the name of the epilogues are like The Sharpest. That's like my all access, because obviously can't call it all access or epilogue, can I? Because of Showtime.
Okay.
So it's like The Sharpest, and then obviously Denzel versus Osaze or Dignam or Pools or whatever it is.
That's what it is, man. Like, yeah, and like hopefully you fighters too get your YouTubes popping, man. It's, you know, like I said, you know, because when you guys are trending, when you guys are buzzing, yeah, you got to, you know, yeah, that YouTube will go to the moon.
Do the shorts. You like some real shit. Seriously, like start doing like the YouTube shorts, like
someone else
the little videos, just less than a minute, bro. Like that's you can knock one out each week, bro. Like in no time your shit'll grow. Like you'll hit an algorithm, and you got the UK over there, man. Like man, it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on that still.
That's what it is, though. So another question, you know, hip hop has been pretty exciting this year. Have you listened to any new music or enjoyed any recent releases?
That's so crazy. I've been banging out Kendrick's tape.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know anyone who's not still like banging that Kendrick tape, man. Because I mean, Kendrick is. I mean, right now, Kendrick. I mean, honestly, we're probably in the Kendrick era of rap. I know certain fans, Drake fans, not like to hear that, but that's where we're at right now. Like it's the truth.
When it first came out, I was listening to it, but I think Wizkid dropped around the same day, or the same week. So I was listening to that, and that was like kind of a nicer, smoother vibe, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm rocking with this for a bit. So I've been, I've played that till I'm tired, and I got back to Kendrick's thing. I'm like, yeah, this is fire.
Yeah. I mean, that's a different going from Kendrick to Wizkid, bro. Like that's a big difference. Like
it is still the energy. That's why I couldn't play both at the same time. I had to rinse out Wizkid's one, and I'm like,
I mean, that's like you go to a high. Like 1 minute you vibing, and you know you want a chick near you, and next thing you're like you want to be angry, you want to
legit Mustang.
Yeah.
It's different. It's cold. It's cold.
But that Wizkid album is fire though, so I definitely enjoyed that shit though, definitely.
We reviewed the Kendrick album 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
when it dropped, so yeah, we all thought it was great. Like it was good, did track by track. So to hear you talk about it, that's what's up. I think the last week we did the Snoop and Dre. Yeah, good luck with that if you into that. That missionary, man. That's a hard listen, bro.
Yeah, like I mean, the separate review episode for it's coming out in a couple of days. But obviously, it's on our you if you want to hear it, you can go through our lives. It's about 2 hours. It's the last segment that we talk about. But yeah, no, it's like I said in our internal chat, it's an interesting listen. Like I can't say it's just interesting.
I have to be honest. Like it sounds really expensive and clean, sonically and crystal clear, and whatever all the little adjectives people like to have with sound clarity, but it's lacking any type of like melody or like thump. Like it's not like like there's maybe like 3 songs you'll like, then the rest you just hit or miss.
Enough, man. 3 songs.
Hell no.
That ain't a good tape, man.
Snoop Dogg is rapping like it's 92. Like Snoop is rapping like it's 94. Like honestly, like the Snoop Dogg's rapping on that is great, but Dr. Dre wasn't the vessel for that type of energy. Snoop.
Yeah.
Because objectively, my opinion, you know, I don't want no one show this to Snoop and then looking at showing up in Florida and shit. Like chill. Like I'm just being honest.
But we have a question in the chat from King P. Denzel, you're turning 30 next year. Salute to January.
Jeez, why you gotta remind me, man?
I mean, bro. I mean, I'm over 40, bro. So like, you know, like I mean, 30 is not that bad. I wish I was 30 sometimes. You know, because I was looking like a heavyweight champion at 30. So I'm saying, but he says like King P says, what are some different ways you approach the fight game now as opposed to when you were young and upcoming?
So I'm that guy. It's like if I'm in the gym and everyone's doing something, I want to do it. Like don't leave me out of it. Like, let me work.
Mm-hmm.
But my coach kind of hold me back a little bit. So I spar less now. Well, I used to spar 3 times a week, every week, fight or not. But where I started late, I feel like that's how I progressed. So I had my first amateur fight at 19.
Okay. Wow.
I turned pro at 22. So I weren't just going to get better hitting pads. I had to fight. And like I said, I'm like a visual learner. So if I'm sparring someone and they're doing certain things, I'm picking up on it. Oh, shit. All right, cool. You just done that. All that body shot. You hit me with that body shot. I'm going to go home. I'm thinking about that all night. Next time we spar, you ain't doing that to me. And if I know I can close that gap every single time we spar, then I'm learning, I'm progressing. I remember before I even turned pro, I was sparring some of these guys that were like, they were like British level, moving on to European world level. They're like British champions, and they used to beat the shit out of me.
Of course. And then par for the course.
Yeah. And then as soon as I started closing that gap, it started looking like I can hang with them. Do you know what I mean? And people in the gym were asking me like, "Yo, when's your next fight?" I'm like, "I'm still amateur." They're like, "What? You're amateur?" And people thought I was a pro. If I was a pro, so I was in the. So when I started boxing, I went to the gym I'm at now. Is the professional gym. So I was there for a year and a half before I turned pro. I was just soaking up the game. I had to learn the difference. So by the time I turned over, yeah, I've been doing this for a year and a half. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like I'm just transforming and now I got to get used to it. So I turn over. So now I might spar twice a week when I'm in camp. If I'm not in camp, I'm just helping out the young guys in the gym coming through. So nothing's hard. I'm not doing no hard sparring. It's just, I might just be asked to do something for this guy for his fight, and I'm just doing that. And then when I get a date, spar 2 times a week. If it's good work and we need it, three times a week. So I guess I'm not overexerting myself, outside of camp no more. So that's the difference. I've got to kind of reserve myself. So when I'm hitting camp, we've got 6 to 8 weeks of hard work. But outside of it, I'm in the gym ticking over, still doing all the workouts, the circuits and stuff. But we tone down the sparring a little bit.
Now that brings up a question I was just thinking of. Now, obviously, as a pro, like who's giving you your best work sparring? Like, I mean, we always hear the sparring stories. Obviously, there are certain fighters that are better as sparring partners than there are as actual pros and stuff like that. But who was the one fighter
under the lights?
Yeah, like who's the one fighter that you sparred that you were like, God damn, this guy is good? Like,
that's a good question. I sparred so many people, bro. Well, that's like active now.
Active, retired. I mean, we all know
all time.
Yeah.
There's one guy when I first came into the gym, the pro gym. There was one guy called Ahmet Patterson. Yeah, he ain't boxing no more, but he was meant to box for the British. He was a bad boy fighter. Oh my days! That's who I learned off most. He was like, when I came in the gym, he was like one of the older heads.
Okay.
So he's doing. So what I'm doing for the guys now in the gym, he was basically doing for me.
Oh, full circle then. Okay.
Yeah, full circle. Yeah.
Season 5 of The Wire. All right.
So I'm like, wow, like, okay, like this is professional boxing. Saying, oh, he's the first person he hit me with a body shot.
Oh.
It's always the body shot. Always, it's like that's the introduction to sparring or hard sparring. It's not the headshot. It's when someone whacks you in the ribs or the solar plexus or the belly, like or the liver.
He just stopped boxing. Like he hit me and then stopped. He knew when it sunk in, it sunk in.
He had controls. Y'all like
and
that.
He's like, yeah. I know that got you. I've tried to speak and say no, it didn't. I couldn't speak. I've gone no, yeah. I didn't go down, but I'm not saying if he carried on, I wouldn't have. I didn't go down, and he just gave me a little second to breathe, and we went back to it. But his ceiling was mad high, but just complications outside of boxing that kind of led him to retiring earlier than he should have. He tried to come back, but it weren't the same. Like he was still good, but he didn't have the same energy. But yeah, he was like my age now, 28, 29, doing his thing, and then he retired, came back at like 34, still good, but everyone's gotten better, and he's just still good, but not as good as he was. So it was like, look, probably too much. He ain't gonna get to where he should have got to. He was meant to fight. Do you remember Liam Williams?
Yeah.
He fought Andrade.
Yeah. He had his momentum and everything. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
He was meant to fight Liam Williams for the British title. And then I think he was saying he went for a run. Some youth tried to rob him. He fought back and he bricked him in his face.
Oh, damn.
So we had to pull out. And then from then he started getting double vision, went into a dark place, retired, came back 6 years later, felt better, and he just went the same. But he was the bad boy. But some of the young guys coming through, we got loads of boys in the gym coming through. In our gym, there's probably too many to name, but my last camp, these two boys gave me good work. Pause. George Liddard and Jimmy Sainz, they gave me good work still. They gave me good work for my last fight still. But they'll probably call me out soon because they're middleweights as well, so can't give out too much credit.
Yeah.
but they're cool. They're cool dudes, man. If they do, I give it to them. Like whatever, you don't deserve a shot, I think.
You know how you get to the point where you gotta, and I know it's not a big deal for you because you fight people with winning records, but you know you gotta the passing the torch fight, but it's like, no, let me get that title shot. Let me get the belt first.
So I'm about to vacate my thing and let them do their thing. But we got some good guys in the gym. Obviously, Dan Aziz ain't no young boy, but he's a light heavyweight. He's in the gym with us now. I remember when I first spotted him. I remember watching him, and thinking, I take this guy, bro. He's like, he ain't nothing special. But bro, I got in the ring with this guy and I said, yo, like physically, obviously he's 2 weeks above me anyway, but physically, I sparred like heavyweights and everything, but physically the strongest person I've been in the ring with. And he's not trying, it's just like his presence. You know when someone's got a physical presence in the ring, they're pushing you back because they're walking forward.
Right.
Yeah, mad. He's got a good jab. And he hasn't got like one punch concussive knockout power, but he's got that chipping away power. Like he keeps hitting you, you're gonna break, bro. Yeah. You're gonna break. His last 3 fights this year, he ain't really had a good jet. He ain't been in form, but when that guy's in form, that's another guy that I think, you know what, I've had to learn. So even for this camp, my last camp, I used him a lot as well because towards the end of my camp, because he just came back in the gym, because of his pressure. And we knew Pools was going to be kind of solid and rugged. So I had to kind of use my feet, get around him, use my jab, control the center without, being there for a fight, but not hitting the ropes. So I had to use him a lot. So he helped me out a lot for this camp as well. But he's someone else that's probably better than he gets credit for. But I guess that just all goes off your last performances and stuff, innit? When he's back in the win column, people will start rating him again. But that's boxing, innit?
Yeah, that's boxing in a nutshell.
He definitely helped on the last one because you moved around the ring, but like you barely. I don't remember you even being on the ropes like that.
Yeah. And that's if I hang on the ropes with Dan Aziz, he's teeing off him. If you see the videos of our spars, you're thinking, jeez. Every time we spar, I'm like, bro, do you hate me? Like, tell the truth. Like, just do you hate me? And he goes, no, like, bro, this is gonna get you better. I'm like, yeah, he's a real big bro in the gym still, so it's good. It's good to have him there.
So it's gonna get you better, like.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit you in the ribs this hard, but
he's gonna get you better. Yeah, man. That guy's he's a handful still.
It worked. It definitely worked.
Yeah.
You ain't hit the ropes at all.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. At the circle, bro. I'm not hitting the ropes.
Fighters, even Bivol hit the damn ropes, bro.
Yeah.
So and we got another question. After boxing is done for you, do you plan on staying in the sport, where it be in a managerial type of role or training, commentary, etc.?
You know what? Yeah, at first I didn't because I ain't someone that's too fond of the limelight. Sometimes, I guess everyone gets. Sometimes I just want to just disappear from shit, man. But I'm enjoying the punditry work. And there's probably some young boys coming through that, if I had the chance to help out, I probably would manage and help out still. But the managing part isn't like a passion of mine. It's just
I feel you. It's a dirty game.
It's a proper dirty game, man. And I always say I love boxing. I hate the politics, but it is what it is, isn't it? But there's some young boys that I'd like to help guide coming through. If at the time they do their thing, I'm in that position. But if not, the punditry stuff I'm kind of enjoying.
Salute AV, what it do? Salute.
And then King P just joined us. He was able to kind of join us. What up, King P?
What's good, bro?
What's good? What's good? Salute, Denzel. My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put out your age like that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I listen, I'm a January
That's
baby.
so good.
I salute
My
to the January.
guy.
Baby. I'm 5 years
Love,
old.
love.
But question: If you could go back and give your young self, when you started coming up, if you could give him advice, what would be the biggest thing you would tell your younger self, your younger up and coming self?
That's a good question. I guess like it'll be tough, but like don't be discouraged. You're always going to be discouraged at some point, but just keep pushing because it always gets better, innit? It always gets better. I mean, there's certain times in your life you're in a certain position, you think, oh, this is it. Like I just messed this up. Like I've really just kind of let this opportunity go. But when you keep pushing, opportunities just keep coming through, man. So just stay positive, stay in the right mindset, and just keep pushing. I mean, I don't really regret much in my life because I feel like it's all kind of made me who I am today.
Right.
If I was to go back and be like, yo, don't do this, start boxing from now, I might not be the same person. I might be better, or I might have stopped by then. If I was someone that started boxing from 8 years old, I've seen loads of guys in the gym with me as an amateur. They were cold, but they've been boxing all their lives. They got tired. They wanted to just start going out with their brethren and party life and drinking.
Yeah.
What teenagers do, you feel me? So I wouldn't force myself to just be like, oh, I wish I started earlier. Because listen, every journey's different, and everyone's. I can't look at that and feel like I would have been better off if I did do that because I might have been worse off. So
that's true.
Just keep pushing, really.
I mean, you could have started early, then you could have peaked early, and you could have had an earlier decline. That type of
That's also true. That's also true. And I've been in some. I mean, I don't like them as much, but I've been in a few back and forths, man. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's see. Rome Top 5 has a question. What American city do you enjoy the most? Like, is the Vegas trip the only time you've actually been in America?
No, I've been to New York. I like New York.
Okay.
I've been to New York. I was there over Christmas, actually, over Christmas and New Year's.
Good man.
Yeah,
New York.
Vegas was like more of like a business trip. Even though I was out there for 3 weeks, I didn't get to enjoy Vegas for what it was. But I know you can have some dark times in Vegas, that casino and party life.
Yeah, I mean,
straight.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas on a good couple. Yeah, you can definitely get lost in Vegas if you're careful or you're not careful.
Yeah. But I'm in Cali. In January actually. I'm in San Fran.
San Fran.
Golden State versus Lakers.
Oh, okay.
For my birthday.
Okay.
Oh, salute. See, that's what's up.
So I'm there. Yeah. So I'm there. January. It's already booked. Tickets booked.
Well, Denzel, the next time you come to New York, you got to come to the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I know some good Ghanaian places. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of Ghanaian places in the Bronx.
Yeah, that's good, man. Cause I was getting off with some Nigerian places.
There's some nice Ghanaian spots over here, and I've ran into a couple of Ghanaian fighters. Richard Comey lives out there. Joshua Clottey was out there. I've seen them many times. So
when I was out there, I wanted to go to the Bronx, but someone was kind of advising me not to, saying that's.
But
I was in Brooklyn. I was in Harlem. I was thinking, yeah, cool. I was in what's that spot called Aunt Sylvia's in Harlem? Yeah, that was my.
No, Sylvia's was nice. I like that place.
Yeah, so I was in, and I was like, I want to go to the Bronx. And someone was like, nah.
Damn, there was like too many roadmen over there.
Too many roadmen over there. I can hold my own.
They was
like, nah,
someone pulled up on me. I'd be like, hey, I'm just a civilian, man.
Nah, you would have been good. You would have been good.
You know what? ESPN. Wait. You don't want to go and revisit a Top Boy spinoff in the Bronx, right? You watch Sons of Anarchy, you know what's good.
Sons of Anarchy is a bad boy series. I might watch that again, you know. I'm sure I didn't see that last time. I need to watch that again. So.
See, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, you'd be fine. I mean, although if you took the Bronx up to the train, like when I went to King's Peace place, like you might see the crazies, you might see like the weirdos and shit.
A bunch of people a lot of people dancing, a lot of people just yelling, but it's noise. It's just
the
noise.
subway in New York is crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
No, mental.
Yes, it is.
Now, if somebody would have told you Newark if you would have said, let's go to Jersey, I'm gonna go to the bricks or stuff, then somebody would have been telling you the right thing to be like, yo, chill. Like,
it's round there tough, yeah.
Well, Newark is different. Newark is
Newark
wild. New York is cool. Newark is wild.
The worst part about Newark is like being like Newark in this country. It's one of the highest rates of car theft. So it's one of those places. If you're driving, you do not want to leave your car in Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got the essential car theft movie, New Jersey Drive. So
yeah,
I was like, before there was Gone in 60 Seconds, there was New Jersey Drive. Let y'all go.
Yeah, Newark, New Jersey is a wild place. I mean, that was like, Bronx was a cakewalk just going there. Newark is just like I had to be on alert because that was an interesting place. But I got another question for you too. Obviously, next Saturday we have Usyk Fury 2. Who do you have
Saturday,
winning?
bro? Not next Saturday. This Saturday.
Saturday, next Saturday.
Like 2
this
days.
Saturday.
No. It's
this Saturday. Like the man said, 2 days. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck around and meet Mr. Fight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Either way,
Thank you.
Either way,
I'm sure that fight was on. I'm looking right here. You know what, bro?
But anyway, who do you have winning for Usyk Fury 2, bro?
I think I got Usyk, man.
Now, because I mean, there was a clip. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, go on.
Yeah, because I mean, there was a clip earlier that was just posted earlier because they have their 10-minute stare down, like nobody is separating them, and then Fury again losing his cool and kind of rambling and going off at the mouth, and then Usyk is giving him like his two, like don't worry, that type of thing in this type of voice, and Fury's just getting angrier and angrier.
I see the clip of that. I didn't watch the whole thing though, but to be honest, I haven't really watched a lot of build-ups. I just think I don't know. I find them kind of boring, but forget all that. But you see, with Fury, I feel like he's a wind-up merchant. He wants to get into your head, and if he can't win the mind games, he doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
He loves to play the mind game all the way back from the Klitschko fight.
Oh yeah.
So from the Klitschko fight, he was telling Klitschko that he met him one time, or he was in his camp one time, and they were sitting in a sauna. And in his mind, he was beefing Klitschko in the sauna. Like, I'm not getting out before you. You're going to get out first. He's like, I know you felt the same way, but you couldn't handle it. I know you looked at me thinking, I'm going to stay in. And Fury said, I would have died there. Klitschko jumped out the sauna first, and he's like, that's a mental win for him.
Yeah.
So all the way from back then, and then he fought Klitschko, and he was getting his head saying all these things. Cool. Then he fought Wilder, winding Wilder up, making Wilder want to just throw a haymaker and knock him out. That's what he wanted from him. Like, guy, come on, get mad at me.
Yeah.
Usyk ain't biting, and Fury is fuming. He's thinking this guy ain't biting. Anything I say, the first fight, he tried to do the loud thing. You're a middleweight. You're an ugly rabbit. You're this, that. Usyk said, don't be scared. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
He did the accent too.
I'm coming for you, Belly.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. That's all he said. Couldn't beat him. And now he's doing the reverse. I ain't going to say too much. I see him doing interviews talking about, pain. I'm not saying no words. And then he started wigging. Usyk's not biting. He doesn't know how to get into this guy's head. So he doesn't know what to do on fight night. It's mad. I'm just looking at it and I'm just saying, I know I ain't paid bare attention to it, but just from what I've seen, Fury needs to get into your head for him to feel comfortable getting into the ring. And he can't get into his head. Usyk's still, he doesn't care. Guys just focus on the job, don't care about nothing else. And I also think to beat Usyk, the best time to beat Usyk is the first time round. I mean, second time round, he knows what you possess, he knows how you move, he knows how hard you hit. You know what I'm saying? He knows he can hurt you now. He's downloaded all that data. He's going to come in with more emphasis on whatever he wants to do. He ain't got to figure you out no more. From the first round, he's doing what he needs to do. He ain't got to figure you out unless you're going to bring something different, which Fury can. He has the ability to bring something different. But he knows what you possess, man. You missed your slot. The best time was the first time round. I think Usyk gets him. I'm going to say points, but I don't think he knocks him out. But I think Usyk gets him still.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty much saying Usyk decision. And although, like I said, because Usyk has an incredible second gear. So Usyk, if motivated, can put you away if he hurts you. But I think it just depends. But then, of course, Fury has recovery powers out of this world, though. But
Yeah.
so something tells me, because that fight was like the first fight I saw Fury was looking like so ragged and so beaten. It was like, damn, like it looked like Fury could really be taken out of it. And this is a guy that's absorbed how many Wilder right hands and gotten back up. But that Usyk one was just like he looked beaten, he was bleeding, like he looked like he was done. And I'm thinking myself,
a bit of fatigue as well. You don't know how hard he trained. Like I think Fury's going to be more dangerous this fight because he's actually motivated. This guy took my I want to beat him back. I don't think Usyk Fury's been motivated for a long time. I mean, since the last Wilder fight, because he fought in Ngannou and went off script. That was the madness.
Well,
what really motivates this guy? He's not training as hard as he probably used to. I think he needed this kind of fire in his belly to train, to go to a dark place in camp, basically. But I still don't think it's enough.
Yeah, that Ngannou fight. I mean, we talked about getting into heads. Like he tried to get into Ngannou's head, and Ngannou pretty much said, "Look, I will murder you outside this ring." And then Fury had nothing. It's like, well, Fury was like, "Oh, well, okay." And he didn't say anything after that.
Yeah, he fought like it too. Like the performance was just like it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Got dropped and everything. Like, damn.
Got dropped, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's mad. I don't think he'd been because before that, he probably was never going to box again. Because he was talking about fighting John Jones in an exhibition and all these things, and then it's like, when I scripted that, and he's like, yo, I better get serious and get back in the gym. Turkey wants to see this fight, so
yeah. And truthfully, that's one thing Turkey's done, because usually when Fury kind of goes off the rails, it's hard to kind of rein him in. Turkey's like, okay, look, yeah, if you don't do this, well, you're again like you're forfeiting $10 million or whatever, like. He puts all types of penalties on him just to make sure that his ass stays on course.
That's what I'm saying. He's good for box. The guy's a boxing fan, so whatever fights me and you want to see, more time he wants to see them too, and he would try his best to get them done. Look how hard he's trying to make the Crawford Canelo fight, and how hard he tried to get the Benavidez fight for Canelo, or get the Canelo fight for Benavidez.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. Like I'm glad that happened. Just so everybody can see, like, yo, Canelo don't really want to fight this guy.
And like I said about Crawford, he doesn't need to, bro.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It does.
No. Like Crawford Canelo, that doesn't need to happen. I agree, but Benavidez Canelo, like that definitely needs to happen. Yeah,
it doesn't need to happen. In Canelo's perspective, I don't think it needs to happen.
Yeah, of course not.
He's 25 years old. We know what's going to happen. Canelo retires today, Hall of Famer. Benavidez isn't doing nothing for his career. It's a great fight though, a great name to add to the resume. Yeah. But if he doesn't fight him and he retires, it's not going to hinder his career. All the greats have done the same thing. All of them have done the same thing. When the young boys coming through, they just, we're just ignoring you, bro. Like we're not going that way.
I think Canelo kind of does it a little more than everyone else.
No, we're just in the social media era, so we get pointed out more.
I mean, because
he gets pointed out more, man.
I mean, no. Realistically, like Canelo, I'm talking about Canelo compared to Pacquiao and Mayweather and De La Hoya. If you look at Canelo's last maybe 3-4 fights, they haven't really been the type of names or big fights that like you would see like the guys like Pacquiao and Thurman. I'm sorry, Pacquiao and Floyd were fighting, and even De La Hoya. Like,
that's also true. But where he is in his career now at this stage, compared to what it took them to get to that stage, is different. It's like he's making, like you said, 30-40 mil to fight Berlanga.
Yeah.
You know
I don't think nobody would have gave Pacquiao that much for Brandon Rios.
Exactly. He probably didn't even get that to fight Ugas.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm going to say? And then you got Floyd. Obviously, Floyd had that Showtime deal, so I don't know how the breakdown worked, but he wasn't making 30-40 more to fight Robert Guerrero.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Canelo is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And Canelo's like, you know what? I got the people. I'm getting a bag fighting who like people that
want to fight.
Yeah. Why rock the? I mean, of course. I mean, the Bivol fight was a little glitch in the matrix because that wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, but the Bivol fight, he overlooked him. It's so
That
funny.
was a cherry pick. Like we can say that.
100%. Because why wouldn't you go for Paterno if he has 3 belts and in the same division?
Because Bivol was less dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know he's not going to knock you out. If he's going to beat you, it's going to be on points.
Well, instead, Bivol is pretty much landing catch and shoot counters on him like it's going out of style, and then landing like boom, 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 boom on the rope.
The straight shots are crazy.
Yeah,
but he just tried to quickly get thing in because, to be honest, Bivol talks about coming out to 168, so you can see he's not the biggest 75-pounder, but
Bivol's like probably the rare fighter that probably has Canelo by the balls. Pause when it comes to his negotiations because like I want to smoke at 168. Like what? What are we talking about? Like Canelo.
Because I'm gonna make it interesting for me. Basically saying.
Yeah.
I mean, Bivol at 168 against Canelo would literally be the best opponent Canelo's fought in years. Like
100%.
That one that you had to go like what Golovkin at 168.
Right.
Yeah.
And then even that was bad. Like, but damn.
Yeah, that was a payday fight for Canelo. I mean, for Golovkin.
And for these two, and we talked about too. Like if Golovkin won at least one of those first 6 rounds, he probably would have given the decision to him. Like
the way they scored that fight, and the way it played out, and they scored it. I think that was the most objective the judges ever scored the fight. Like, because it truly was a 7-5 fight.
I think that's the only one I didn't watch. I just saw the highlights.
You didn't miss much, bro. Like you could, if you ever want to see the fight, just start it at the 6th round.
Yeah,
See with me, I'm that guy. Yeah, if I don't want to see the fight, I ain't watching it. You can't force me to watch anything, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a proper boxer fan. I'd watch anything, but if I didn't ask for that, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, the second half of the fight is where pretty much Canelo gasses and Triple G comes on and
it goes to work, like
hurts him.
You'll see some action, like that's pretty.
Yeah, maybe I might tune into the 6th round onwards. I might when I'm going for a run sometimes on the treadmill when I just put a fight on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we got a name game because I know we got a couple more questions before we let you go. Name game. So we'll name three boxers, and you give us the first thought that pops in your mind.
All right,
okay.
Cool.
Number 1, Joe Calzaghe.
Legend.
Okay, Shutterworth likes that answer. Me, I'll save that rant for another time.
I'm a Joe Calzaghe fan, so I always let him ride his style.
Let's just say I'm a Sakio Bika fan because
oh my god.
And I'm from Florida where we had Jeff Lacey, bro, and I was like, I won money on that Joe Calzaghe fight. I was betting dudes in the gym with that shit.
There we go.
I was pissed. Like I had the Joe Calzaghe speed bag gloves. I was pissed that he lost like that. Like I was so heated. Like I mean, I still remember watching that. I went to bed angry, and then the next morning I went to a torrent site to download the copy of the fight and watched it and got pissed again. I was.
Yeah, I like that one. Like that answer. Great answer, though. Yeah.
All right. Let me not get worked up over that one. All right, Jake Paul.
Come on, man. He said to give me free fighters, bro. Jake Paul. I mean, yeah, he's doing well for what he is. I know
that's a good, honest answer.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Now, do you think he could actually be a world champion, like a legit world champion? Look.
It's like, damn. Like, nah.
What's that mean, man?
Yeah, if it looks good.
How? Firstly, what weight does he box at?
Cruiserweight.
What he weighs in at 85?
Well, no, I mean,
now he's a heavyweight. No, now he's a full-fledged heavyweight, isn't he? Now?
Yeah, he just fought at heavyweight. Yeah.
Yeah, but
over 200 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He need to be at Bridgerweight, really.
Yeah, but so who's he beating at heavyweight to be a world champion?
Nobody.
Yeah.
And I will never count that farce of a win that he got his last time out. So yes, nobody.
What? Mike Tyson?
Yeah,
you think that's
scripted ass fight?
What? 14-ounce gloves, 2-minute round.
Yeah.
That's not a fight, bro.
Of course, you don't have to tell me.
I think
that
the
was a
right
scam.
people in those
That was a
circumstances
scam.
could make that a fight, but that wasn't a fight. Like, because I feel if I put you in, if you got in the ring with somebody right now at 160, and we just said, hey, 14-ounce gloves, 2-minute rounds, and we give you 500K, y'all gonna be fighting, bro.
You know what? I hear you, but come on,
But that wasn't no fight, is what we
the
said.
guy's 58, smokes hella weed, nearly lost his life. He's just in hospital in June.
Yeah,
Come on, man. I didn't watch it, by the way, so I don't really know how it went. But like I said,
I don't blame you. You good, bro.
You're
you
good.
You didn't miss anything.
You ain't
As
missing
long
that.
as you seen the 2 fights before that, you good. If you saw the Ramos and what was that, Barrios,
and then the Katie Taylor
Katie
thing.
Taylor, Serrano.
Yeah, you're good.
I didn't want to watch the whole thing. I didn't want to see it, but I need to catch up with the Katie Taylor fight. I heard that was a good fight still.
Hell yeah, bro! You gotta watch that fight. Like,
It was.
I watched the first one. The first one was a good fight, and
Yeah,
I
the
think I heard
first
this
one
one better.
was a war.
Yeah.
The second one was just bloody and rough.
Yeah.
But no, this one's a war too. Like, honestly, this is still a fight of the year. Like, it's one of the top 5-10 fights of the year. This one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it then.
But bloodier though, like bloodier.
Bloodier, absolutely.
Yeah, like
Serrano's cut would look kind of crazy.
like 28 years later, bloody. Like, since that's coming up over there on your side. So yeah. Well, salute Angie, baby. What it do? Salute. High Shuttleworth panel and chat. Yeah, we here with the champ Denzel Bentley.
All right, one more fighter, Anthony Joshua.
That's a British boxing legend.
Yeah,
you got to understand, yeah. See, a lot of people give Anthony Joshua a lot of grief because it's easy to criticize when you expect something of someone and they don't do it. But that guy single-handedly changed the course of British boxing, bro. When I started boxing, Carl Froch done his thing with George Gold, but if it wasn't a fight like that, there was no big shows like that. Everyone was boxing in leisure centers or small halls. No one was selling out O2. No one was selling out big arenas. He's come through and made boxing a night out for people, for me. Mm-hmm. And off the back of what he's done and his success, everyone's getting paid more. Mm-hmm. I could never hate on that guy. That guy's a British boxing legend in my eyes forever. I know he's on a decline. He's 35. That's what happens. Further time catches up to you. The next generation comes through. Daniel Dubois, whatever. It is what it is. But that guy's a G. He's a G in my eyes still. Straight up G still.
I still want to see Joshua versus Fury. I don't care.
Me too. You're right. You see, AJ, see if Fury loses, yeah? And if he wins, you carry on whatever. But if he loses, AJ versus Fury, Wembley Stadium, and both of you retire. You've done amazing for British boxing and boxing overall.
I'm going to be honest with you, Denzel. This is just my theory. I would not be surprised if it's a close fight that they give it to Fury to get that Fury AJ fight. Could have a little more juice. I'm not going to be surprised.
Oh, with the Usyk fight. Yeah.
With the Usyk fight, yeah. If they give it a close fight, if they give it to Fury, because I still think that's a fight that wants to be seen by a lot of people. So it would not surprise me.
Especially Turkey. Like,
he's already what's crazy though.
Fury.
I hear what you're saying, and that could make sense. But in my mind, I think Fury AJ only happens if Fury loses. Because if Fury wins, the options are endless. You can have a third fight with Usyk because it's 1-1. You got Daniel Dubois for the last belt. Does Fury really want to be undisputed or not? Or Fury holds all the cards. He might just do what he wants to do. But if he loses, he has no option but to give us that fight of AJ to get back into contention. And you just can't retire without fighting each other. How are you both in the same era and not fought each other?
That's the same argument with Joshua and Wilder, which is also still people want to see that too.
Yeah, but that's true. But
but Joshua and Fury's worse because they both on the same UK,
same country. Thank you.
Yeah, like that would look way worse, bro.
For the same country, like
both y'all fucking fought Klitschko. Like, come on.
Thank you. And now, Turkey's making everything easier. You're all getting paid the money you want to get paid. The only reason why I don't want to see the Wilder fight because Wilder ain't no good in his last 2 fights, man. That's crazy. I just think that's bullying. I don't even think it's right. I think Wilder should just retire. Mm-hmm. He ain't look good. So I just think you're picking on someone. But at the end of the day, Fury and AJ need to throw hands before they retire. I don't care if it's their last fight. They have to do it.
Yeah.
I think they should just both do it. 100,000 at Wembley, break that record, break all the numbers. No time on the line, that shit still sells. And then you just ride off into the sunset. You're good. You got goal.
That's true.
Enjoy your
No, the
millions,
winner
man.
get Derek Chisora.
That guy is not letting go. Jeez.
Oh,
He's fighting
yeah,
Baby
bro.
Miller in
I
February.
don't know how he's still fighting. He's been fighting since I was a kid. He's still fighting. I'm
He's
like,
still
dang.
fighting and still winning because
Bro.
that Joe Joyce fight. I mean, that Joe Joyce fight was that fight upset me a
I
lot.
was there live. I could not believe what I was seeing. I swear. I'm sitting ringside. I'm just there like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, how is Chisora pulling this off, bro? Like, what's going on with Joyce? But Joyce is the perfect example of seeing a fighter age overnight because he fought Joseph Parker and looked invincible, looked unstoppable, looked like this guy is really the juggernaut. You know, when you're playing Call of Duty, you're shooting a juggernaut, you got to reload, run around the corner, come back and shoot him again. That's Joe Joyce.
Yeah, Joe
and
Joyce.
Zhang just broke that.
Yeah, Joe Joyce. I just thought because it was time because because he has the Parker he knocked them out like he knocked these guys out and it's like he has Dubois 0 and I'm just like and now you see him now and he can't beat Chisora. That shit upsets me a little bit.
That's crazy. But after the Zhang fight, he hasn't been the same. Like he hasn't the way he used to take shots, it was crazy. But it was unhealthy anyway. But in the Zhang rematch, I just knew it wasn't going to go well because he kept saying, I lost too much weight, blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying, if you think putting on more weight to absorb more punishment is your answer.
Yeah, no, that was never going to work.
Never going to work. Only Tyson Fury made that work with the Wilder rematch, but he got more style than
but not to absorb more punishment. Just to bully him with his weight.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different when you've already been stopped. Like Joyce was already brutally stopped. Once you crack that egg, there's no putting it back together. You're never going to be the same after.
And the second one
was working more about defense than gaining weight.
Like, your coach is Ismael Salas. Ain't he doing all that head movement, kind of Mexican, Spanish type of shit? You're talking about putting on more weight. So that's got to be the stupidest shit I've heard in my life. I said straight when I heard that shit, I said,
"Thank you." See, it sounds better for you saying it. It sounds better a world-class boxer saying that because if a fan or media say that, then we've all boxed before. It just sounds like we on some bullshit that we saying. So I'm just glad.
But it's common sense. Like, I'm gonna put on more weight so I can take more punishment. Are you crazy? Not even I'm gonna put on more weight to kind of bully him and be able to push him back and match him because he was heavy. You just said when I'm heavier, I can take more punches. So you're still planning on taking punches. Can you hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
When Fury done it, he done it to bully Wilder. Wilder was coming in 15 stone or some shit, like 16 stone or something. Like he's too light. He's thinking you hit hard, but if I can close that gap and bully you physically, make you not be able to get that right hand off and just
throw it more.
Just push you, pull you about, and when I hit you, you're gonna feel my weight behind my shots. That's different. Fury didn't say I'm gonna be heavier, so when you hit me, I don't feel it as much because it don't matter who Wilder hits and how much you weigh, you're feeling it, bro. But But since then, Parker ain't been the same because the way he lost to Chisora was like you lot said, it was so sad. I was like, I can't believe this. Like I'm not a Chisora fan as well. I just love the way he's not dying. You can't kill him off. He's coming back.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, this is a Joseph Parker fight. Joseph Parker's going to be back on track, and Chisora was just finish off his career with his last 2 fights and do his thing. And then he beat him, and I was like, Chisora, this is the best time to retire. Please, just announce your retirement.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to retire on another high like this.
Nope.
Like,
you're
going to have 2 more fights.
Yeah.
They're for the money, but you're going to have 2 more fights that are going to be harder than that. And you might not win them. This is the perfect time to retire, I swear. And he just announced 2 more fights. I said, yeah, forget it, man.
Like, damn, like why?
I'm like, why? That was perfect. You're going to ruin it. But, yeah.
All right, so just to end this on a positive note with a little reflection, what was the biggest lesson you learned or was reminded of in 2024?
tables turn.
Mm.
Because at the end of 23, when I lost, that fight, it just felt like, oh, fuck's sake, man. This is long. Can I be asked to finish rebuilding phase? Like, what am I going to do? Do I just forget it? I just lost to someone that I was the most favorite I've ever been. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, circumstances. I don't know if you lot have heard that. I had listened to the reasons why, but I just thought, oh, I'm done, man. And then the next year came, and I just told my team, if I box, I don't want no comeback fights, no 6 rounders, no 8 rounders against a journeyman or whatever. I need a proper fight. And they got me to fight with Bignam for the WBO International. And I was like, all right, cool. This I can get out for. And I just went to work, and bro, I think I said something. No, I put it on my Snapchat. That's why. But I was like, this year for me is the perfect example of it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
When I started this year, I was in the mud, and everyone was like, how good is Denzel Bentley? And now I finish, it's like, I'm ready for the end of it. So tables do turn. You just got to keep grinding.
Mm.
Yeah,
I actually had a question before because he was talking about retired, all UK fighters retired. I actually got a question for Denzel, just random question. Because I got another UK fighter that's a friend of Ring Gang, met him personally, great guy, funny guy, he's a character. What are your thoughts on Sonny Edwards as a fighter? Like as a fighter, as a person?
Sonny Edwards is my guy, man.
That
cool guy, man. He's someone that always shows love. He's a G still. He always shows love still. He ain't got a hating bone in his body. For me, like if you're doing well, he give you the credit for it. And if he's cool with you, he always shows love still. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's one of them fighters. He's so naturally talented. It probably that's probably what ended his career so shortly.
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't seem like he wanted to do it anymore. It's like when you're done, you're done. When you know, it's just like, okay, he got a lot of flack for it, but I get it.
I get it, yeah, 100%. Listen, if you're half-hearted, if you're 1 foot in this thing, it's too dangerous. But see with Sonny Edwards, I'm not saying that he didn't or doesn't work hard, but when you're that naturally talented, how hard do you have to work to get what you need? He became a world champion early. He rid that wave. He made some good money, and it was like, for me, it's not like someone that had no talent and had to work so hard to get to a certain point. They're not letting this go so easily.
Right.
I think he's obviously worked hard and he's earned his right and he's done his thing, but talent-wise, boxing comes easy to him. He can fight both ways, goes backwards. I've seen this guy sparring in the gym. I went up to the gym to spar one of his gym mates, and he ended up sparring one of my gym mates. And he was a bit overweight, and he was walking my gym mate down. I'm like, bro, this guy's smaller. But where he had the extra weight on, it was just effortless to him. He finds it fun. So now it's not fun no more, and probably the loss of the band probably has an effect on that. But to him, it's not fun no more. He didn't have to work overly as hard as someone that weren't as talented to get to where he got to. It was easy to just be like, oh, I'm done with this. I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I ain't spoke to him about it. That's just how I feel. I mean, if he was someone that, for example, the guy he fought Goliath fight, he was saying when he was first coming through as an amateur, Sonny beat him. He was just learning. He went whatever. He went to the Olympics the first time, didn't even medal. He said, I'm going again the next one. I need to medal. That's someone that's had to put in mad work to get to where he's got to now. He ain't just going to sit down and be like, I don't know Jason, I'm giving up. He put in too much work for this shit. Sonny's been doing it all his life, but the way he fights, it's like it just comes natural to him. It's easy. It's fun. Like, I'm going to stand here, hit you. You're not going to hit me. I'm going to switch. I'm going to hit you. You're not going to hit me. I'm out the way. Whoop, yep, miss me. Try again. It's too easy. It's too easy. So the minute, without being harsh, it didn't go his way and he fell out of love with it, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm over it now, man. This ain't fun no more. It was just easy to just kind of be like, yeah, I'm not fighting to stay in the sport. I'm done. I've made some good money. I'm out of it. Well, he's younger than me. I think he's 27, 28?
I think he's a year younger than you.
Yes, he's that 28. So, yeah, I mean, you got no right, you can retire if you want, but I mean, a 28-year-old, you're meant to be in your prime. But like I said, I think it's come so easy to him. It was just easy to just be like, I'm done with this.
But then, them smaller weights is kind of, it's kind of age you faster than say like a middleweight or like 140.
That's true,
or like,
though. That is true, though.
Yeah. a lot of the smaller fighters by that time when they hit their late 20s, they're already starting to like, especially if they started early, the decline is already starting, and by the time they're 30s, it's like the decline just goes. Especially when you have a hard fight, like because I was there when he fought Bear. That's a fight that takes years off of your career. The type of fight. Yeah. So that combined then with him being a smaller weight, and then just the stuff that you said, I get it.
Yeah, that's
putting it all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, though, definitely. I mean, hopefully, Sonny, because he did the commentary on some of the DAZN cards like this past weekend. So hopefully he transitions well into that because he's a personality, and hopefully he starts posting again on Twitter because he's been kind of quiet on Twitter too. Like he hasn't been.
Because they're all waiting for it, man. They're waiting to like he's giving some people grief on Twitter. They can't. The minute he can tweet "Good morning" and it's over.
Yeah.
True.
They're on him, but he'll take it well anyway. But
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't like. Listen, I'm not from the UK. I don't like know the whole dynamics. But I also have some friends from the UK, and a lot of them were upset when Sonny lost because you have like here we have a lot of people on that bullshit. A lot of people used Sonny because they saw him as this yo type white guy to basically just spew racist comments at him because he's trying to be something that, like it was bullshit. Like I didn't like that. That's actually what made me even more of a fan. It's like Sonny's just being him. Like he's not trying to be him. Yeah. And y'all in his comments on some basically on some racist shit like that pissed me off. So
he tried to play him like he's Malibu's most wanted or some shit.
Yeah.
That's not,
he's just a product of his environment. You feel me? Like you lot are from where you're from. You're gonna talk that way you're from. You feel me? You're gonna behave that way you're from, especially if you're around that. So when he's doing that, they're like, oh, why is this? Like you lot were saying, why is this white guy trying to be black? It's like, no, he's just being from the area he's from. Do you know what I'm saying? If I was from a different part of England and have a different accent, I speak differently. You know what I'm saying, but I'm from where I'm from, innit? So yeah, that's just how we interact. But
yeah, no, I get. I've heard all types of different like the accents where some parts where I hear like bruv. I'm like, yo, that's like one of my favorite words.
And then you got the Savannah Marshall accent. Like, you know,
yeah, from Manchester and all the way up there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So different.
So yeah, it's. Now you know about Gangs of London with the what's the no it's Top Boy where they had I think the one season with the Jack's sister and they had that crazy
with my man yeah the youth from up north I think it's from Liverpool side
yeah
still Liverpool
yeah definitely salute Ring Gang TV. I know he was in the chat. I forgot to shout him out. Salute. I know he's paying attention. He a fan as well, because he's in the UK. So definitely we appreciate your time, bro.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely appreciate your time, Denzel, man. Like, because I know we were trying to try to schedule you and everything like that, before the holidays hit and everyone got busy, whatever. But definitely too, thank you. Like, we definitely thank you again for taking time just to talk to us again, coming on our platform, dropping this knowledge and everything like that. Because you're one of our favorite people that we would like to interview, and obviously, we follow your career, and hopefully, the next time we talk to you, it will be with the world title.
Two of them.
Two of them, yeah. It'll be
if Annabeth don't vacate,
maybe three.
Because
Shiraz is out here making handshake agreements and we go official unification. I'm like, damn, I hope that don't get in Denzel's way. But if it's a roadblock, 3 belts might be coming out of that one by the time Denzel gets his turn. So
that's it, man. So we just gotta sit and wait, man. It's gonna come eventually.
Yeah, you're gonna be interviewing. We're gonna be interviewing you from a whole different spot, bro. You're gonna see belts hung up in the background. Oh shit, leveled up. Like.
So Denzel, do you have any give you the final word, like any shout outs and everything, and see, obviously how people can reach you and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, thank you guys, man. Thank you for your time, man. Appreciate you guys. You have been rocking with me since the end of it fight, you know what I'm saying? And always show love. So shout out to you guys. Everyone else, my social media, you can just type in Denzel Bentley anywhere. It'll come up. And don't forget the YouTube guys, man. Tune into the YouTube. Get my views up. Get some money.
Some likes up, man.
Some likes
We
up.
trying to get this man monetized by the end of 2025.
Let's
And then
go,
also
man. Let's
too-
go.
Real
And then-
shit.
And another one too, just another shit. We got our super chat. So, like I said, though, if you like what you saw, I mean, obviously, we have the $sign button on our videos, and obviously we have the PayPal. So if you see that scrolling, and you like what you heard tonight and whatnot, yeah, feel free to hit us up and then hit Denzel up so he can get monetized too, and then and everything like that. Because, like I said, man, we need more attention to the sport is better for everybody in any way
100%.
possible.
Yeah, definitely. We appreciate. I got just one shout out. Y'all make sure y'all hit up my man AV's album. It's dropping on the 20th, which is tomorrow midnight. It's gonna be on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. It's called Time Machine 2. Man's from Brooklyn, fire lyricist, just all around dope individual, like real stand-up dude, got a great story to tell. Lots of bars and flows and wisdom gems in his lines. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Salute with a big homie AV, Time Machine 2. Y'all check that out on all the digital streaming platforms. Just make sure y'all lock that in. I had to say that, my bad.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's cool because he's in the chat anyways. I saw it, so it's like
Hopefully we'll get him on here, interview him eventually, real soon. I know it's a holiday, so we definitely glad that we got Denzel Bentley before he got crazy with the high, before he started eating all the damn oxtails and whatever over there.
and I'm gonna be very transparent too, because I know originally when we did the interview with you the first time, it was on a Sunday. It was out of the NFL season, so it was much more manageable and malleable for us to do. But when we were trying to pick days, because obviously I'm a big American football fan, and so my Philadelphia Eagles are doing stuff this year. So they were talking about Sunday. I'm like, the Eagles are going for the division title. What are you niggas talking about?
I was riding with you. I was like, yo, man, we did it last Sunday. Last time was Sunday. Like, this way he ain't got to be talking to us to damn midnight and shit. Like, because we do have members in Ring Gang that are in the UK, like three of them.
Do.
So I converse with them all the time, 5-hour time difference. So I kind of more understanding than the rest of them with that. I'm not an American football fan, so
and I understand that too. But the Eagles are doing things, so it's like it's like, come on, like So I can miss any other football game, but not the Eagles game. Like that's a no-no.
So that's why it's this time, and that's to let the champ know as well as the fans. I know y'all probably see 6:00 on a Thursday.
Yeah.
But what's going on?
It's all 1 a.m. right now, man.
See, see, right now I'd be going to the gym if it was 1 a.m. here.
Yeah. And actually, that's where I'm going now after this, because I'm trying to be a champion like you, Denzel. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this. But yeah, that's no transparency. Like, we were trying to get this schedule. That's why we're doing it at 6:00. But it turned out to be great because we don't do too many primetime casts, and seems like we need to do some more in the future. We'll have to think about that, considering the level of engagement that we got. So thank you again, Denzel, again, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you celebrate it, if you don't celebrate it, Happy Holidays and everything like that.
Yeah. No,
and then for everyone in the chat, thank you for supporting and chiming in, having the questions out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, one more push for the super chat, one more pass for our PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to make sure that I mention that, because if you like what you hear, show us a little love. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for myself, Pat Scopio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God of the GOAT artist, for King P, and for future, undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Denzel Bentley. Ring Gang Radio, you see this, you see the shirts. This is another wonderful episode because we had a fire interview from a world-class, world-ranked fighter. And yeah, man, we'll get back at you Monday.
WBO #1 rank.
WBO
number one, baby.
Rank.
Number one. Like, we got to jazz it up a little. Y'all, I don't want to keep saying world rank, like, because nigga, you could be top 50 world rank. Like, nah. This nigga's a top 10 middleweight. God damn. Like, Put some respect on this shit. Damn.
You right.
Yeah. That's why, like, yo, honestly, I almost forgot to post the damn artwork of you before the fight. Like, I literally was like, oh shit, hold on.
I see that. Yeah.
So yeah, man, like we appreciate it, man. I did that. I colored it like right that week. Like, oh shit, like I drew it like I think weeks ago. So yeah, like we think about you, bro. We want you to do best, man. We want you to do your best and keep striving, man, and killing shit, bro. We see you here next time as a fucking world champion, man. Put your foot in Johnny Pack's ass, man. Beat these niggas up, man. Fuck that. Let's go, man. We proud of you, bro.
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man.
All right, salute everyone in the chat. Peace.
No.
Peace.